Hello and welcome back to the Nerd Theorist playing NerD&D. So we have, unfortunately, Aidan missing, but that is life, and hopefully he will join us next time. But before we get stuck straight into playing D&D, Dave, what is the channel news? We've been a busy week.
What channel news have we got? We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We have had quite the week. We have been all over all of the exciting Wheel of Time content this week. And thank you to all of you who have subscribed since we've gained nearly 100 subscribers in the week. So we are just 129 as I speak right now, shy of that magic 1,000 number. So anyone watching today who wants to lend us a subscription, but by lend I mean give, we don't want you to take it back.
Yeah, we're not giving it back.
Marvelous. What else have I got to tell you? Right, so Gaz got the D&D Monster Manual this week, so his video on that is sandwiched between the Wheel of Time content, and it is excellent. Go and watch that. He tells you what's good, what's great, and what's not so great. He's also got a wonderful video which got pushed because the Wheel of Time stuff was kind of last minute, so that's coming next week, but it's all done, edited, and ready to go. It's rare I can say that, but it is nice. And that will be his series on 3-tier terrain, where you take a piece of cardboard and you make it the basic terrain, then you add texture, and then by tier 3 you're adding paint and making it look gorgeous. So
is that specifically for D&D?
Well, I think tabletop.
Only, yeah, it's tabletop, but only really because with the reason I did the 3-tier terrain is because you never really know what battles you're going to face in when you're GMing, DMing. Sorry, yeah, exactly. So it was a little bit of, if you're DMing and you want to use models, is a way to do it where you don't spend loads of time and money unnecessarily, but if you want to, you can make it better.
Perfect.
Yeah, so it's ideal. So that will come next week, probably on Tuesday. I'm sure next week we'll have more Wheel of Time content because we're at that stage now where we are running headlong into this fantastic third series. If you've not watched any of the stuff that's up there, go give it a watch, because that clip, that cold open clip, which you can see on our video, if that doesn't make you want to watch a TV series, I don't know what will. What else do we have coming up? Aside from that, you've been busy writing your roleplay game. I've been busy writing my tabletop space battle game, and at some point we'll both be asking for people from the channel to come and play test it, I'm sure. So,
yes, and I've still got
some feedback.
Magnetic base video is very nearly finished as well. Crackle Paint, another Crackle Paint video.
I know I've been promising that for a little while. It is very nearly finished. I've been a little bit poorly this last
there's quad content that's still to go out as well. This Quad's War Battle Report and the how-to. There's loads of shit.
We've got an absolute bucket load of stuff for you. If there's anything you do want, send us a message in the community tab or in chat tonight, or comment on the video saying more of this please, and I'm sure between us we'll oblige.
More than happy to.
Yes.
So,
but for now, back to you.
Back to D&D in my homebrew Hatheria campaign. So, previously in Hatheria, you had battled Cromwell Leethern but failed to stop him from successfully changing history by wiping out the Alziduran people, wiping out tieflings from the land, but in doing so caused Hatheria to become prosperous. Their people are happy, they are well fed, they are lived generations of peace, and alongside the dwarven community who had previously been devastated by war, and the gnome community who had previously been enslaved but now all at peace and happy. But was the price too high to pay? That is not a decision for me. That is a decision that our players facing right now. But in a side effect to this happening, there seems to be an endless horde of monsters marching across the land heading towards Hatheria. Also, there was the black site prison called Fort Epsilon,
Oh, I forgot
which,
about
which there was trapped there a number of guards along with a couple of prisoners, and you managed to travel there successfully. Meridian now currently holding the only route in or out of that pocket dimension which held this black site prison. So Meridian, being the nice guy that he secretly is, managed to take some food, transport it to this pocket dimension, only to find that one of the prisoners, Clarissa, had escaped, and, a little worried, decided to not bring anybody back with him. But with the impending doom of the horde marching your way, are you prepared to leave so many trained soldiers in a pocket dimension to whatever fate may befall them? Again, another decision which is up to you. But in the meantime, you have a beautiful place to rest your head, the first time in a long time, which is soft, warm, comfortable. You're well fed, and you all slept soundly to the expense of the crown. You all slept beautifully soundly, except for Helena.
Oh.
Who was shagging my dad.
Again.
Snuck out in the middle of the night. No. You drift off to sleep. And you seemingly awake. But it takes you a moment. You seem you're conscious, but you can't see anything. There's nothing but black around you. You look down, you have no hands. Your disembodied form floating in an endless void. Then you suddenly see these specks of light in the distance that suddenly seem to get closer and closer as you feel yourself rushing forward throughout this void. And then you see these specks shoot past you, and another and another. And some get close enough to be able to see what they are. Some shoot past. One is a source of blinding light with sparks of electricity coming off it. It shoots past. Another, as it rushes by, is a ball of flame that seems to be a deep expanse, all compact into a single entity, but you can't feel any heat from it as it shoots past. And another as it all goes past you until one looms straight up in front of you. Dark black mass that swirls and gets bigger and bigger as it approaches you, and then it encompasses you entirely. And you recognise a sensation more than imagery of a feeling of death itself surrounding you, but it's not. It doesn't seem scary in any way. It seems almost comforting that it is there. But yet, there's an odd sorrow to it. Not in the sense of as sorrowful as death is. There's no sense of loss to it. It's a sense of the path which has happened. Something's happened which is causing death itself to feel sorrowful. And it's looking upon you and within you before it seems to just cast you aside and you wake up back in your bed once more.
Oh no.
Oh no.
we hear this coming from the other room?
So, if you wanted, you'd have to roll a perception check with disadvantage, because I imagine you'd all be asleep at this point.
Fast asleep. Go on, why not?
Was it in the middle of the night? This?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Did you actually utter "oh no" out loud as you woke up?
Yeah, it was like a sorrowful, oh no.
Well, disadvantage, that's a 14.
Okay. I'd give that to you, that you stir slightly, that something's been muttered, but you don't entirely know what.
I just
A voice
listen for
from
a moment
across
to see if
another
I
room.
hear.
You've all got your own rooms.
Yeah. I just sort of used to there being noises in the night, so I've woken to this. Oh no, but no idea quite what was said or who said it. So I sort of just sit up and wait for 5 minutes to see if I hear anything else. Don't make any action on it. Just listen in before I go back to sleep if I don't hear anything.
And Helena, you just go
I'm
back to
just
sleep.
sitting in bed,
Okay.
just like, and then go back to bed.
Okay. Very well.
Shrugs and does the same.
Then the rest of the night is peaceful and uneventful. And you all awake. And the day is yours.
Long rest.
Yeah, click that long rest button if you haven't already.
I don't think it makes a blind bit of difference at this point, but yeah.
If we had one or not, I can't remember.
I just like to click the button.
Click it anyway.
To be fair,
There we go.
click it some more.
All of the long rests. Secure.
Okay.
Grom shall rise. We'll find a robe and some fluffy slippers. Because, yeah.
Which are provided. It's fine.
Absolutely. Absolute luxury is what he looks out for now, having lived the life that he's left. So, and he'll reach to the bedside table and tinkle the bell that's there in the vain hope that actually summons room service.
Takes you a little.
Waits a
Takes a little while. Nothing comes as it stands.
Well, I'm gonna get up and go in search of me colleagues in fluffy slippers and a lovely white robe.
Are you going to other people's rooms?
Oh, I'll go knock on Meridian first and then see if he's up.
Go ahead, Meridian. You hear a rapping upon your chamber door.
I'm gonna open the door, stark bollock naked.
Down at his eye. Look his penis in the eye and slowly look up and just be like, cold, is it?
Unfortunately, this is just me, Grom. Come in, and I'm going to turn around and I'm going to grab something to get put on. Did you sleep well?
Elementary robe.
Aye. I mean, it's not quite my usual finery, but it's soft enough, aye. It wasn't so bad. I did wake up in the night briefly. There was a groan, as if someone had some bad news. But there was no more noise afterwards, so I just went back to sleep myself.
It seems weird. I mean, we've slept outside and here and there for so long. It just didn't seem right sleeping in a bed. I kept waking up and expecting to be attacked by something.
Well, I don't like that. To be honest, nothing feels right here. The world,
No.
I just don't feel like we necessarily belong where we are. And I know that Leeturn's paying for this, and that feels filthy. Even though we're taking him for everything we can, every bit of this feels filthy.
As he's saying this, I'm just stuffing the towels in my bag, the sheets, candles, everything. I was just helping myself. Yes, I do feel terrible, but yes. Did I tell everyone after I disappeared off and left the food? Did I tell?
Me.
I told people what had happened.
You told most. You didn't tell
We were drinking.
quite everybody.
No.
Yeah, it started with me, and then it sort of spread,
Yeah.
rippled outwards.
What's your thinking of the situation in the pocket dimension then?
Oh,
I mean, obviously, having the soldiers would be useful, but I
don't even think we need them soldiers. It'd be nice to free them. But I don't think, given what we've seen, I don't think 12 to 18 people are going to make a blind bit of difference against that horde.
No, and from what I saw, I mean, they were acting very weird. Well, at least one of them was acting very weird. And that woman, whatever she was, she's obviously some sort of powerful sorceress or a charlatan or something. She's dangerous.
Well, it terrifies me that was an anti-magic cell. That was there could be no magic in there. So whatever happened, as you described it, happened without there being magical power,
or magical power so intense that it was able to be cast, even though there was a magical suspension field.
I suppose it could be insane divine power or something like that, but that's beyond my ken. But we have gods here. We have more gods in this place than we used to.
Well, that's true.
I don't like the idea. I mean, this world is already potentially fucked, but it's nice right now. I don't like the idea of bringing back some hellish demon.
No, there's not enough answers. I mean, no one seems to know why she was even there. And I mean, we've done our bit. We've taken them food. They will survive for a certain amount of time. Chances are they'll die with full bellies, but...
And if we need to retreat, well, we've got a place to retreat. We know there's a fight at the end of it. Last resort.
True.
We can send Leeton in first.
Yeah. Well, shall we wake everybody up and...
I think so.
Make a
we'll
plan.
Go and knock some doors and go in search of bacon.
Oh, yes, bacon.
We need to get a jeweler. They were going to fetch us some jewels, weren't they, today, I think? And a tailor for the
correct
for the captain.
You leave Meridian's room to see Captain Pemberton just outside of her room.
I forgot who Captain Pemberton was. I thought it was the guy. I was like, what?
It's not Colonel Pemberton.
No, okay.
It's Captain Pemberton doing fingertip pull-ups on her door frame. And it's just a morning exercises. And she sees
Morning,
you.
Pems. All right.
Gives you a nod. Like, morning. We've got lots to do.
Well, we got to work out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Then we'll.
She jumps down and then just steps inside and grabs a few more bits of clothes. She's not in. She doesn't wear a lot of armor as such, but she at least grabs her over tunic to put on as uniform. She doesn't have much other clothes to be honest.
You're well travelled in Hatheria. I mean, old Hatheria. Aye?
Yeah.
If this is a side to the ruins south of Angel Run, maybe you'd be able to, I don't know, take a horse or see if they've got something faster and scout the area out for us outside of the government. What do you reckon? See what we're up against in this world.
Certainly could. I mean, I don't know what else to expect within the country itself. And the king's already sent scouts out to the mountains.
I know. I'm slightly concerned that firstly we're calling him the king already. That man's never been to be trusted. I mean, you know that well enough yourself from your previous.
Trusted or not, he holds the rank of king.
Oh no.
Well, he does. Does he not?
He does. Aye. Well, I mean, by chance. But a king over here is not the same as a king.
In this particular realm, which holds as much as clout as a leader of a council would.
Yeah.
Not
listen. We're all of us strangers here, and I just worry that if we start trusting what we're told, who's to say that you don't ride 10 miles out of town, and all of a sudden you pass through a dome and it's a wasteland. And this is all there is, and it's an illusion. We don't know what we're being told. We don't know what's out there. And I'd very much like to. But right now, I feel I've got to go and argue with a higher power. Also, my legs are short and I'm crap at riding horses.
Fair you are.
Aye. If not you,
what breakfast
maybe
first?
One of the lads you brought. Oh, aye, no, bacon first. Come on, yeah.
And she's just knocking on doors on the way down. It's like,
While this conversation was going on, Meridian's still hanging from his door frame, trying to do one. He came out and saw her, and he's grabbed his door frame, and he's just swinging, and he's just going to drop back down to the floor and just
I
follow
just look
downstairs.
over him like, she's out of your league, mate. Leave her alone.
It's
You'll
harder
never-
than
you'll
it
never
really. I mean, she makes it look so easy. That's surprise. I mean, I don't weigh that much. That's surprisingly difficult.
she walks off with a smirk on her face. I mean, yeah, she was just wearing like a vest, and her arms are massive, you know. So
Grom's gonna take one look as she goes downstairs, look over at him, and do one. Just hop up and do one from the same door frame.
it's that
On the finger.
an agility
No problem,
test
this.
to just be able to reach the top of the door frame.
An agility. Okay, yeah, we can. I am an agile bastard. That'd be acrobatics, would it, to get up there?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's all right. That's a 16.
Yeah, all right. You managed to leap up high enough to grab hold, and straight strength then for me, please.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, it's not as swift and
Graceful.
efficient, but you managed to get to 1 and then back down again.
As I get up and I've done that, and I've got the grit in my teeth, I just look over at him and sort of look smug before I drop back down.
She's already left, but you know you're doing it
No,
between
I'm not
yourselves.
after impressing her. I'm just after showing up my friend.
Fair.
Yes. Fuck off, bacon.
Well then, at which point then you suddenly realise that actually Cadell, who's normally first one up, has not risen.
Someone want to pop their head in and see how he is? No? Alright, I'll do it. Bang, bang. Oi! Cadell! Open
Just
the
hear a
door.
lot of, just not today, Grom. Yeah, you
Give a
could
bit much
you
last night.
look him. Yeah, he's look at him. He's like half leaning up in bed. He is green as a sheet. At some point in the night, he's gone to fetch a bucket, which is now by the side of his bed.
Did he miss the bucket in the night?
Not that it seems that way, but you don't know if any other
Okay.
cleaners have been up. You don't know.
I just imagine
Cleaned
that
around
as the
him.
door opens, there's just like this wave of fumes, like white spirits, just bang. It's like, oh,
Oh,
Con-save.
Shut-
There we go, right.
shut the door.
Yeah, you leave him to it.
Yeah. We'll see you later. I don't think we need it today. We'll call you if there's a problem.
And as you're kind of knocking on everybody's doors, the 2 soldiers are up and they're stumbling their way downstairs with the bits of armour. And Helena emerges and Hector. But then no thunder.
Oh. Check on Thunder as well then, shall we?
You stick your head in. The bed looks unslept in.
This is a concern.
Upon
Fucking hell.
the bed is a note.
Ooh.
Pick the note up. What does it say? I can read his language.
It
If he's written
reads,
it into-
it's
into-
in common. It's
Okay.
fine.
There's a cock drawn on it. It's definitely from Thunder.
Yeah, it blatantly has a cock drawn on it.
It's Mad Penis.
It says, Dear Horseshit Man, it was with a heavy heart I write this letter. After what has transpired, I feel like I must make my own path into this new world we are faced with. My life will always be indebted to you all for what you've done for me, but it is time I started a new chapter. I wish you well on your next endeavours, be they more merry than the last. Always a brother, Thorund. P.S. Who else is going to restart the Alziduran race?
On his own? I don't think he's thought this through.
No, he's going to find some willing volunteers. He's going to experiment, I think.
We're gonna keep coming across little half breed as the adventure goes on. Every town we go to, there's a little half Alziduran running around.
Follow a trail of
Like Grandad from Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right, well, listen. He's gone. All best to him.
Can't say I blame him.
I don't know what the fuck's going to happen if we destroy this world now, though, poor lad.
Well,
Come on,
Yeah.
let's go get breakfast. Have someone send a pint up for Cadell.
Yeah, you all make your way downstairs, and it's there's a few people up and having breakfast. The smell, instant smell of cooked meats, freshly cooked meats, hits you, and as you kind of come down after you've all been kind of discussing what's been happening with Thunder, Captain Pemberton is already receiving a plate full of bacon and eggs and bread, and she's like, "Yes, more." And
Keep it coming.
yeah, so yeah, she's already tucking in, and the other kind of soldiers that came with her are all just like same. There's plenty enough room for you all to sit and gather around.
Yeah, pull up a beer.
Yeah. And over the course, lots more food just keeps getting pulled out and
So
put in front of you.
what's our plan, then, guys?
Well,
What's our
you've
first
had
step?
your chat. I feel like the rest of us might
Pemberton's
want to have a
instantly and
chat.
it's like, right, we need to go back, get my men, and bring them back out here. They've been stuck there for long enough.
Yes.
Slight problem.
Yes.
What problem?
So I went back with food last night.
Much obliged, but did you bring anybody back with you?
No. It seems that Clarissa, for whatever reason she was there, is a damn sight more dangerous than any of us could have possibly imagined.
She's in prison.
Not anymore, she isn't. The cell was open. There was blood everywhere. And some of your men...
You're certain
were
it's not
acting-
hers?
Well, if there is, there's no body. And none of your men seem to know what's happened. And one of the men, when he was sent to find out where the guards were, seemed to be in some sort of deluded state. Didn't seem to remember where he was, who he was, what he was supposed to be doing. She has done something to your men, and as I couldn't find her, I was concerned that if I brought anyone back, I could be putting us in even more danger than we're already in.
Okay. Well, you went alone.
Yes.
Well, then I think you did right going back to bring the rest of us so we can then go. We'll sort her out. Then we'll get everybody out, yeah? Why
It's a
not
complex
us?
situation.
How much have you guys faced? There's one person. And you're scared of her.
I know. Whoa. No one used the S word. No.
But yet you're too afraid to go back.
No. This is unprecedented. We are in a different universe to what we were in a few weeks ago. None of us have ever faced anything like this, and therefore none of us know what she is capable of. She managed to get out of a cell.
But neither are the troops there. My concern is for my men. And the longer we leave them there trapped with her, you're saying that between all of us, we could go in there and sort her out? Yes, okay, we don't know, but we'll never know until we go and sort it out. In the meantime, you were putting my men in danger the longer they're left there.
How well do you know them all, Pemberton? Could you identify who was
Yes,
who?
we spent weeks and weeks together. Trapped in one same location. All we could do is chat and play games together. Jeez, there's nothing else to do.
How many men are there?
Oh, 25?
So
Is that after we've taken out you and your men out?
After us, yes. There's 25 left.
So 5 of us and your 2 men. That's 7 of us going back to fight a woman that is currently there with 25 men. Surely, if 7 of us can take her on, then 25 can take her on.
You know full well that you lot are far more powerful than this lot. No offense, guys, but it's true.
Listen, we killed about 25 of them when we bust out of there last time.
Exactly.
I think she's right there. I'm sorry about that, by the way, but I did not like the way that people were pointing heavy crossbows at us. Those gates had it coming. How about this? Do we think that our king might want a small distraction? Powerful caster like that, in over his head with the bureaucracy. Might like a taste of familiarity and a little trick with us.
It would
Bit of
mean
extra firepower won't go amiss.
Aye. And we know in a fight he's handy.
Oh, and I suppose Cadell's in no fit shape to come with us, so we do have an
That's
extra
what I'm
space.
thinking.
That's a good idea. I
Right,
like that.
yeah.
well, listen.
Didn't we say
Let's
we were
go
going to
and
visit
talk.
him anyway?
At some point, aye. I mean, it's very important that we keep lines of communication open. There's a few
Well-
things I'd like first. I'm hoping they're going to set me up with a jeweler and get me some diamonds. I'd much rather go into an unknown fight with a couple of those diamonds in my pocket than without.
Alright, whatever you need them for, it's fine. Whatever we need to do, but
Aye.
I think this should be one of our priorities.
I suppose. It's not like we actually know what the fuck to do.
All right,
And
listen.
if,
So, Temple of Balder, my god, isn't it? Where's that in relation to the castle? Or the main town hall, or whatever it is? Not a castle, is it? They don't have fortifications here. Is it on the way?
We're in... Well, there's lots of them. All over the city. The sector which Hector visited was about an hour's walk.
Don't know why that made me laugh, but the sector in Hector was lovely.
It's
Small
nice. It
things.
rolled off the tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about an hour away.
Meridian's filling his pockets with bacon while you're discussing this.
Oh, grilled pocket bacon.
Got to have some
yeah.
pocket bacon. Well, it was because
Absolutely.
Grom said I'd rather have some of those diamonds in my pocket, and Meridian was just like, I know what I want in my pockets if we go for a fight.
Pockets full of pork. Well, if we get there and clear everyone out nicely, there'll be plenty of pork for you there as well. Alright, well look, if it's out of the way, we'll do these holy places later. But I do feel after Hector's chat that we all might need some confirmation as to whether we're all been dupes in a greater game.
I need to head back there at some point to pick up the religious
Alright,
texts
okay.
as well.
Well, let's stretch our legs. Let's go and see Cromwell. And see if we can't convince him to come on a field trip with us. And then, should we survive, then we can address the bigger problem at hand. If we don't survive, none of it matters. And
That's the
fuck
script.
the lot of it. Aye.
I like your thinking, Grom.
Yeah. Because
Now
honestly, I'm a
seems-
bit fucking lost right now, and I'd like
seems
to.
as good a time to die as any.
Yeah, I'd like to work something out. And if we die on the way, we die on the way. I'd like on the way to just, as we're walking into town, just pop into the Dwarf Guild, though.
Okay.
And just see if I can pick up
Gromson
an
Guild.
all-purpose tool. Yeah, I'd like to see if they've got one they'll sell me or give me so that I don't have to spend 20 hours on my own making one.
Sure.
So,
By all-purpose tool, you mean?
or whatever it's called. It's the Artificer's caster, like +1 casting focus.
Don't you already have one of those?
No, I've got one I've made,
Yes.
but that's only plus to attacks. It's not plus to spell save as well. That's an infusion. I haven't spent my full 20 hours making it yet, unless you think I have. At which point I'm having it.
No, you've not been said you've been doing anything. So that's...
No, well, I
I
started
remember you
sketching
said
it
you'd
out.
started it,
Yeah.
but then that was the last you'd said.
Yeah, but now we've got a Dwarven Guild. I'm just going to go and see if I can save me time.
Can I keep my eyes peeled for a place that would sell a halberd? Or glaive, or just long pole arm?
And at some point, we need to visit the Nerd Theorists and see what maps they've got.
Okay. Yeah. The
Everyone's like, oh yeah, that happened.
The Explorers Guild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as it's also known.
They've got YouTube here?
I was going to say, we
Scrytube.
just broke broke the fourth wall now. I got completely confused.
The look of puzzlement on your face.
Everybody, it was beautiful.
Was the underneath around the letter was the crystal ball of skylepathy?
Oh yes,
Left.
yes it was.
It was left.
It was.
Oh, good.
I hope.
Yes. So, what's your first port call?
Do you know what? Do you have to attune to that skylepathy?
Yeah, you do.
You do.
Who knows? Been my best.
I have a good.
Because I think over breakfast you should attune and just see if he's still a level 20 retired explorer.
Yeah, I could say whoever wants to attune over breakfast, they can.
Can I? I'll do it.
All right.
I'll do it.
You have attuned over breakfast, and then you attempt to contact Binmeyer, but you immediately realise that the charge has been spent for the day already.
Oh, bastard.
Alright, okay.
Next time.
Till tomorrow. Oh, yeah.
Come on then. Shall we go and see the king?
Let's.
We're off
Okay.
to see the wizard.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Is
fine.
he a wizard? Is he a class?
He's a wizard.
Class is he?
I think he's a wizard, based on identifying the shard that I gave him, which said it was a focus for a wizard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've pretty much know he's a wizard
Yeah.
because he's
Fucking wizards.
In fairness, the wizards we've met have been naught but fucking trouble.
Hey,
Hey, how did you sleep? Did you sleep all right?
It was fine.
Yeah, really?
Okay.
Do I believe it?
You can roll a check if you really want.
I will do.
And Helena, please roll a.
Performance?
No. Deception, please.
7.
How big's
11.
your dice?
Giant.
Not right.
Fucking noise that made when it hit the...
Just made of tungsten.
Yeah.
Actually. I'll use my
gonna
bigger
do
dice next time.
You know, I've got one that big, but because I
Do not
made
drop
my
that on
own
your foot.
because I made my own dice tray, I don't want to use it because I'm scared I'm going to dent my dice tray.
Destroyed it.
Oh, sorry. That was insight, wasn't it? Not perception. For me.
Yeah, it was insight for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that was 15 then.
Oh yeah, you can
Always-
tell she's
I
lying.
always forget. Yeah. You sure about that? Yeah. Nothing you
Yeah,
want
it
to
was
share?
just-
I'm just slightly concerned, you see, because when you don't share, things seem to happen that aren't always good for the group.
It was just a dream.
You didn't wake up uttering words to the effect of, oh no, did you? Perhaps.
Possibly. I was
Yeah.
half asleep, yeah.
Well, I was too, funnily enough. It was you who woke me up, aye. What happened?
Sorry.
Come on. I feel like in a place where people get messages from other worldly beings, be they be gods or voices in someone's head, that perhaps we ought to be a little bit more open about sharing.
It wasn't a voice this time. Just a feeling.
This time. A feeling, right?
Of
Kind
just
of a
sadness.
feeling.
Sadness.
You felt sad, something felt sad,
Something.
something made you sad, something. Well, this is a worry. Malevolent something?
No. Just death.
Well, that's fine. Brilliant.
Lean over to Meridian. Yeah, that death feels sad. What the fuck?
Just death. It's just death, Grom. Just death. Nothing to worry about.
Aye.
It's just death.
Do you
Fuck.
maybe think that death might like some therapy?
It
Perhaps
could be
at
an
this
option,
point,
but
you're telling me that death feels sad, and you seem quite au fait with this, but I mean that fucking terrifies me. Is there something so wrong with this world that has made, whatever death is, sad?
it
Then perhaps
could
we
be
ought
the
to do
path
something
that
about it.
Well, I'm on.
Poor death.
Did it have a scythe? Big cloak? That kind of death. I've always wondered. Did it speak in capital letters? Well, listen. If it happens, just share it with the group. All right? Be much easier if he had shared with us that he was fucking off with some food back to that place, not pretending to be a miserable bastard who doesn't like to be nice to people.
No, I am a miserable bastard. I am a miserable bastard.
Sometimes your better angels get the better of you. All right? And if you just told us, maybe we'd have had this fixed by now. And you, if you had listened to that voice and fucking counterspelled or whatever when you did, we'd have been in a much better place. Potentially. Things could be very different if we communicate.
I don't think anything would be any different, Grom.
I'd feel better if we all spoke, he says grumpily and trudges off out the door.
Okay.
On our way out, I'll pull Helena to one side. Like on the idea of secrets. How's our little egg project coming along?
Check my bag.
You check your bag, and inside is a gloopy mess as the egg within has rotted and decayed within your bag.
I feel we've maybe missed our opportunity.
I'm gonna take the gloopiness and put it in a bin somewhere, or in a plant. Just hide it in there.
Lovely.
I was quite looking forward to having a purple worm pet, Helena. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, maybe we can find some in this world.
Maybe.
One of them creatures, like if they have like a baby, like all the
eyes. Eye stalk tentacle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see you riding one of them things. Yeah.
Oh.
That'd
flying around with it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Grom comes stumping back in, having realised he was about to fuck off. And then realised he's still waiting for diamonds.
So you're going to check with the barman
at the table. Yeah, I'm going to go see the barman and see if he can sort of jewel her out to get us a couple of diamonds of 300 gold or more.
At which point then he was there saying, "Oh yeah, we did get in touch with Sally's cousin. Now, not going to be around here first thing. I wasn't expecting that. So he said he'd be around this afternoon."
Oh well, Pemberton.
Do you need to do it sooner?
I mean,
go and find out.
Look, they're very useful for keeping people on their feet, and I know that sounds strange, but they are. And what we're about to do, I might need to keep some people on their feet. So it just depends. If I can have them quickly, that would be lovely. If I can't have them, then we'll wait, because I don't think what we're about to do should be done without some form of backup.
Well, how quick are you talking?
I mean, we're gonna sort of
wait for them to turn up now.
No, pointing not right now.
We've got a couple hours, haven't we?
Still in service, yeah. You know, I'm sure she wants to run off for dinner, pointing at Pemberton. So.
Right. I'll try and get him here as soon as we can. Right. So.
Yeah.
It was going to be there this afternoon, but if we want him in like later this morning, fine. You know, we'll
appreciate
arrange
it. We really would. Yeah. Thanks very much. And don't worry so much about the tailor straight away. It seems that our tall friend is somewhat dead to the world up there.
You know, I noticed he wasn't down so quickly, and yeah. Sally held up the night shift. Said that he needed a bucket. You know. So
well, look, listen again. Any mess is made, put it on the crown.
Oh, we are doing.
All right, lovely, marvelous, and I'll slip him another gold just for the trouble we're giving him.
You're good folk.
Aye, well, we do try. Right, so we've got some time as I head back to the people. We've got a bit of time before the jeweler gets here. So
you want to check out your guild hall?
I'd like to do that.
See if they've got a halberd in there. I reckon dwarves can make a pretty damn fine weapon.
Well, if there's arms in this world. If not, I'll make you one.
Are we all sticking together? Or are we going to do our own little bits to save time? We should probably stay together, shouldn't we?
We should go in
I'd
at
say
least
so.
groups.
Yeah, no, I
What was
don't
that
fancy
I
that.
missed, didn't hear it.
I said we should at least go in groups. If we're not going to go as a
Yeah.
party, we should at least go in pairs.
Okay.
Well,
so-
I'm not going with Helena, so you can bollocks. I'll stick with you two.
We'll all just go together.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we'll all
let's
go.
go. Let's go
Okay.
see the dwarves, and if we see out on the way, marvelous. Come on, let's go.
Sure.
Let's go see me kin.
Okay. You head back towards the centre of town where the main guild holds are, and you find the Gromson Guild, which proudly displays the old family Gromson Guild crest.
Just about to say, is it the same crest type?
It is the same crest, yes. Some
will,
traditions
I will-
never die.
Excellent. Well, I will find my personal copy of that, just in case I need to prove I am who I say I am.
Okay. As much as that means much of anything at
Who
this
knows?
point.
I just figured,
Yeah.
if I'm going to barter for a discount, I might as well be a member of the guild. So
Fair. So, yeah, you all walk in. It's a gloriously large, far too extravagant for what its purposes need to be. They are clearly showing off their artisan craft in their stonework in every corner of this guild hall.
yeah,
It's busy. There's lots of people coming and going. Not all of them dwarves. Some humans and gnomes as well. Predominantly dwarves. And yeah, lots of people coming and going. And there seemed a lot of people coming and going. A lot primarily focused around one central desk,
yeah.
which I assume you
Actual-
approach.
I will approach. Who's
Great.
manning the desk?
There is a female dwarf behind the desk. Got some great mutton chops, with long braided red hair.
Grom's not seen a female dwarf since Grom was a teenage dwarf.
Yeah.
Grom's
like-
all right. He can hold on.
She's like, morning to you all. It's another fair busy day.
Aye, well, it's very nice to see. We're strangers. We're new in town. But funnily enough, I believe I'm a member of this guild from afar. And I show me crest.
Oh, may I?
Yeah, hand it over. Yeah.
So she takes it and has a bit of a look with some tools and all that, and she's like, "Oh yeah, only a craftsman of the guild could craft something as fine as that."
Well, I was taught by my father. And he was taught by his father. We all bore the name of this guild. So I do not know if there's any tradition like that here anymore, or whether it's just
Of the Gromson
my family
name.
tradition. Oh, aye. Yeah, you're speaking to
There's
Grom, son of Grom, son of Grom.
well, there's been no actual Gromsons for many a generation. That's even a dwarven
Wow.
generation, mind you.
My goodness. In fairness, where I'm from, the guild is now but a myth, and there's really only a handful of us left, so...
Ah, well, you're welcome here. What can we do
Thank
for
you.
you?
Well, I've been on the road, and it's been hard, and it's been long, and my friend here has been through many perils, and I'd like to know whether you can make him a halberd, or you have a halberd he can have of fine quality. And I personally have been looking for something of a focus for me crafting that focuses the magic and works as a tool for most situations. So I've got sketches,
aye, we've
and
got
I'll sort of show him a
those.
sketch. Aye.
Ah, we've got those. That's fine, aye. Well, as far as halberds go, well, no, we don't really keep them in stock. Like, well, why would we? We're more stone crafting, like.
Oh, you're
So,
just the stoneworkers round here. Oh, I'm a smith by
Yeah.
trade myself, so...
Primarily, say in mind. I mean, we're not not saying we wouldn't be able to craft you a fine halberd for your gentleman friend here. But that takes a bit of time, perhaps.
Aye.
But
Time might be something we're short of today, but we could always. I mean, how quickly, Hector, how quickly do you need one of these?
I don't know. I don't know when we're gonna need it. I mean, I could use one today. I guess I've got my spear.
well,
I don't know.
maybe
As
not
quick as
for
you can.
today. We could try and rush one through for tomorrow, perhaps.
Of good quality.
Well, depends how high a quality you're after. Well, it'd cost you a fair penny.
What's the absolute best quality you've got? How much does that?
We'll buy it.
How much
Well,
will that send me back?
We could get one enchanted for you.
I like the sound of this.
Bear with me when I look up me
Yeah.
costings.
With the ledger.
Yeah.
First female dwarf you've seen in donkey's years, Grom, and you've just said to her it's been long and hard.
You've got to set your stall out, and you've got to set it out early.
God knows.
Yeah, I have to find it now. We can.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
But they said that they can do it up to a +1 magical,
Plus on.
the equivalent of.
Yeah. Cool.
And I'll figure out the cost for you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the crown's picking up our tab at the moment, so if you make a start on
Really?
that, we'll be able to sort the price. Yes, we're here under very important business.
We got some
Wait,
paperwork to go
we
with
do have
that.
paperwork. Show her the paperwork.
You sounded like Trump then when you said that. Very important business. The most important of all businesses.
That is the most important.
Let's
Nobody
keep
has
going for it
business
off
like
the
this.
Did we get the papers back from Arlan, or is he?
Oh
kept
yeah,
them? Oh, I thought
he handed them back to you.
Yeah. So
Did he add in the mount to it and sign it off and then give us it back? Of what?
No, what he's keeping a ledger
Oh,
of how much it's costing, and he's filled out a part of that which says, because there was blanks in it to say that you will be staying at wherever, and it's going to be covered by the. So he's gone.
Yeah.
Great. And he's keeping the tab.
If we're gonna go back to the pocket dimension, and well, I mean, for whatever reason, we're going to end up fighting something at some time. As the crown is paying for everything, we should probably track down some health potions and basic supplies before we do get up to our arseholes.
I'm trying to see what we've got here. I've got 2 potions of greater healing here.
I've got 2 of greater as well.
There we are. Well, we're all right.
I was going to say
we managed to get a few, and you didn't use many.
Didn't need them.
No.
Well, the fight we got a load of them in the Alzidura capital.
Oh yeah, and the Alzidura, yeah.
And the fire giants as well.
Yeah.
They're free though, aren't they? I mean,
accepted this.
Yeah, she looks over the thing and she's like, "Oh, this only covers your lodging. It's already been filled out."
Oh, that can't be right. They said any expenses that we incurred in the city.
Well, it's not what this here says here.
We'll get this straightened out. You just, if you could get the craftsman started on that weapon, we'll be around to pick it up at some point.
I'm only going to be starting this
What if
because you've got a guild member with you.
Okay, well, yeah.
Now we're taking it on
I'll
your
vouch for
word,
him.
Grom. That
I'll vouch for him.
right.
We may have to
I
leave
would
town
appreciate
today, but
a
we'll be
down
back
payment
tomorrow.
for raw materials, though.
How much do you need
what do you-
down
what-
payment?
Yeah, what do you need him to give
well,
you?
let's say 50 gold for now.
Done.
Aye.
150.
All right.
And I will then talk to her about all-purpose tools. What can she offer me?
She can offer you all-purpose tools. And for a guild member, that would be 400 gold pieces.
Okay, now.
Oh, that's not bad. Is that a +1?
That is a +1.
I thought it might be. I was just going to test you. Just like, yeah, +2. Oh, lovely. No, I'll take that. 400 gold pieces.
Yep.
I will hand her 40 platinum.
Beautiful. She does a quick count off the desk and then holds it up. It's like, gives it a bit of a bite. Ah, not seen these like. The like of these for, well, not ever.
We've travelled a very long way. I'd be amazed at what's out there, or what was out there anyway. The world's changing. It's not what it was. So,
not much of a traveller myself, too much work to be done.
there's always work to be done, but you've got to get
Isn't
out if
there
you can.
always?
It's amazing what you can learn out there.
Well, perhaps one day we can sit and have a drinking and tell me lots of stories about it, eh?
Do you know, I would like that. Aye. But let me stop by again. And what was your name again, sorry? A lovely dwarf lady like yourself. Must have a very pretty name.
Yeah. So it's Gloria.
Oh. I'll not forget that. Quick, write that down, Rash. I will forget that.
Gloria and Grom.
Written.
That's a lovely couple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, she hands you over the all-purpose tools +1.
Lovely. Equipped. Let me see what that does to the graph.
So, where's next for your merry band of misfits?
Were we heading to Cromwell, or did you want to go to the temples?
I'd like to go and see my god and let him laugh at
I think
me.
you should. I think you should.
Yeah.
It'll put you down a peg, if nothing else, and make you lose all faith in what we've done. So,
Great,
I recommend.
right up my street.
Okay.
I must admit, I was beginning to feel some sort of purpose in this universe, so it would be nice to wipe that straight away.
Let's get out of here. Let's
Okay.
cement in that we definitely didn't do the right thing. Let's get that cemented in there.
You can head down towards. What do you want? I should go to the main religious district.
Yeah, I'll lead them to where I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah, as I described last session, that you walk down the main causeway of this area, and there's temple after temple. There's the odd few other street stalls set up and things like that, selling either drinks and or street food, and but then there's the temples just get bigger and bigger after the next, and you can find a temple for whatever god of these 5 you wish.
I will obviously head towards the temple for my god. It's a shame I would have gone with Thunder.
Okay.
It was Balder, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
meet back here in a short while.
We'll circle back. We don't want to do this together. Do you all want to?
I don't know.
This
feels personal.
Yeah,
Feels
this
like a
is something
personal
we
thing.
should
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I told them I was the champion of horde in this temple, so they love me in there. So I'll go in there and just make sure they've got my text.
I, for the life of me, can't remember what my god was called.
You told me last night.
It's
It was
Hermod.
called Hermod.
Hermod.
Yes.
Hermod.
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 Sounds like a tortoise.
It does actually.
Yes. Okay.
So
Well, I'll just mosey on into the temple of Hermod the tortoise.
okay.
Shaped like a turtle shell.
Yeah, I was going to say shaped like a
Yeah.
shell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's domed, but it's oddly
Yeah.
patterned
Yeah.
like a turtle shell.
Of stained glass.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We'll do Grom first. So you walk into the Temple of Boulder. This particular place, it is very tall. It doesn't have the square foot of a lot of the other places, but it's incredibly tall, and you can tell as soon as you walk in that it is designed for acoustics. And at the end of near to where the altar is, there's a small choir of varying races that are singing a beautiful piece. They have no particular words or stories, just a beautiful tones that's just designed to put everyone at ease. And the really wonderful design of it all is you couldn't hear a thing at the moment you were outside. But as soon as you stepped inside, you got hit by it. It's loud.
Absolutely looking around at, firstly, how the fuck has this been done? Because this really interests. Oh, technical. This is, I like this. This is good.
Yes.
But also, as I am scoping out the vaults and working out how the domes amplify and reflect the sound and stuff, is there perhaps a visual history of Balder on the walls that I could begin to decipher? Because I know fuck all.
There's not
murals.
No, there's no direct murals, but there is a square in the center. Immediately behind the altar is a very large chalice, entirely made of gold and encrusted with gems surrounding it. It's clearly the huge centerpiece of this entire place. And
did in my dreams the stranger have a very similar chalice?
Yes, very much so.
Can I remember what was in it back then?
Yes, you distinctly remember the taste of wine.
Wine, excellent. I will set my alchemy jug to wine.
Okay.
And then I will walk in and look for an official looking person.
Okay, sure. There are plenty. And you approach them. That's absolutely fine. And they're just like, greetings. And as much as the sound of the choir can be heard crisp and clear, you can still talk to each other perfectly fine.
Yeah. Excellent. That was a good day.
Good morning to you, sir.
I come here as a stranger to your god, but also as someone who I believe has met your god.
Met?
I know naught about them.
I don't mean to be doubting you at all, good sir. That must be an almighty vision of our great god.
Well, I was an enslaved captive. Had been my whole life. The world beyond the city was not so nice, and dreaming
that must have been mighty far away.
Well, it was beyond the realms of these borders. Let's just say that.
Overseas, right you are.
Travelled long way to be here today, and it's nice to find that there's possibly answers
all are
for
welcome here.
Aye, well, thank you. So, answer me this, if you will. This stranger appeared to me, and I believe they appeared to me as a dwarf, didn't they?
They did.
They did. They appeared to me as one of my own kin, with a chalice exactly like that. And they spoke cryptically and indirectly about making new friends and adventuring into the world, and if only I would drink from the chalice a sip of wine. And it is only having spoken to someone else who's experienced very similar, although they were a species not familiar to you, but tall and red skin and horns, and they met some being in their dreams. A lovely person, not great to look at, but looks aren't everything. We don't judge.
Of course.
Yeah. And they had a very similar dream. And again, a similar chalice was involved. Now they've since left our party and gone their merry way. But now I'm here. I must have answers because I was encouraged to meet with my current friends and have adventures. And I have had many adventures. But I am afraid that perhaps some of these adventures were set upon under false pretenses. And so I'd love to know more about you, God, and more to know if there was a place where I might commune privately to try and re-establish that connection.
Certainly, there are places where you can sit and be at one, or however your personal experience, if you wish to commune. But if you wish a private place, a lot of the worshippers of Balder prefer a communal worship, a shared rejoice in song or poetry. But we do have private places. Everybody likes to worship in their own way, but by all means, and he gestures to the side of the hall, and there are the occasional curtained doorways. Occasionally some people step out and leave it open, some people then step in and close it again. It's like there are places where any of these, if it is unoccupied, by all means, you may step inside and have a moment to yourself.
Much obliged. And sorry, I didn't get your name.
Always ask.
You're prepared. You bring a new character.
I don't know. Well, I don't.
Priest.
Random character.
Don't worry. Your name isn't important right now.
No,
I'm
it's
sure.
not. It's a random
Were
priest.
I to return, I would be looking for you by face anyway. But this, tell me about this chalice. Is this something that is part of your worship? Are there smaller ones, one that one might pray over?
I mean, certainly
this...
there are some within the booths.
Okay. Marvelous.
To which you can focus your attention. Some do wish to drink from it, and by all intents and purposes, this is probably the best time to do so. Not many people have been in today, but we do honestly clean them as often as we can, but but it can sometimes get busy. You can understand.
This temple's got a very similar design to a strip club.
Hey,
just go beyond the curtain.
I'm
Individual
curtain.
Beyond the curtain.
The curtain is up to you. We clean it as often as we can. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just thanks. Thank you very much for your patience and your understanding, and I'll be back in a moment. Make my way into booth C.
Okay, yeah, you just pick one that seems to be unoccupied. You head in, you close the curtains behind you. There's a small, like a circle of seating with a small round table in the middle. It's all immovable. It's very small. You can maybe fit 3 people comfortably around it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can sit, and there's a in the centre of the small round table is a small chalice.
Dwarf girl.
It's a small chalice, which seems to be gem encrusted, but as to how
glassy. Yeah, I'll appraise that later.
Yeah.
So I will. Firstly, is there anything in it, or is it nice and empty?
It is empty.
Good. So when I'm setting my alchemy jug to wine, I've set it from memory to taste as close as to what I can memorize that wine tasting of. Sure. I'm gonna pour myself a glass. I'm gonna flop in a chair. I'm gonna put my feet on the table. I'm gonna take a sip. I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm gonna start muttering. Well, we're here. Adventure's been all right so far. These people aren't bad. You were right about that. But tell me this: what the fuck am I doing here? I'm just going to be eyes closed, sipping the wine, talking up to the roof.
And you sit there, and the choir, which has been singing this beautiful song, you can still hear it in the background, not as loud as you could in the main hall. And you sit there, talking up to the roof, sit and wait, hear nothing but the choir, no response.
No response at all. The choir doesn't make any sense. I will slowly finish the glass of wine. I will keep muttering.
Okay.
I will ask more of the same questions in all the languages I know. I will try being more respectful and taking my feet off the table.
Yeah, you can. You spend a while muttering away, talking to someone who you're not even sure is listening.
Yeah.
You get no response. Meanwhile,
I'm going to sigh. Yeah, I'm going to fuck off out when it's my turn.
Meridian, you are heading off to the Temple of Hermod. And there are, in fact, lots of depictions of animals throughout this temple, whether they be tortoises or horses, goats. There are lots of different animals depicted all over it.
Can I come into the temple, I want to wrap the eye of the robe of eyes around myself, so it's very visible. But also, can I see anything that isn't visible with the naked eye?
Make a perception check.
Ooh. That's with advantage. I'm going to use a new dice, which could go horribly wrong. Fucking 2. And 5 plus 1, 6. Shit, I'm not using that dice anymore.
Okay, that's fine. You were looking round, and you don't see anything, but then that does, in fact, strike you as odd. You don't see much of anything at all. Not even anything from the ethereal realm, which you'd normally get something. Wisps of the odd spirit here and there, but even in this holy place, you'd expect something, but you're getting nothing.
What's the layout? Is there a main altar in there? Or?
In the same as all of these temples, there is a main altar, and there is a depiction of a winged scroll emblazoned upon it. It's quite a high set altar, but with the front of it is kind of like a cloth draped across it, and it kind of drapes down the front, and it has the winged scroll symbolism depicted upon it. And you can tell that when someone stands up to give a sermon, there are steps behind it to be raised higher, so they can stand above the altar. So yeah, is there anything you wanted to do?
Can I just go? I mean, are there any people knocking about?
There are, yeah. I mean, in this entire sector, there's people coming and going all the time. They are you can tell that they're kind of expecting a sermon like later on in the day, but not as of yet, because people are still coming and going. So there's some people who come in and sit down on a few pews here and there, or there's some who just milling around, talking to people, using it as a communal focal point to be able to meet and discuss business or anything else.
Are there any statues of Hermod?
There are lots of statues, but they're all of animals.
Oh, interesting. Can I go? I'm just going to go to the very front and kneel at the altar.
Okay. Yeah, you can. It's free for anyone to walk up and do what.
Is there any sort of offering bowl?
There's lots of like bowls around for the giving of the coin.
Collection bowl. Yeah. I'll drop a gold in one of those, and a piece of pocket bacon. To please the gods. The animal
as you kind of look in the collection, as you drop the bit of bacon in there, people have dropped some buttons and bits of glass, or somebody's put like a pencil in there. There's all sorts of random bits. There's other coins, actual monetary coins in there, but people have put all sorts in them.
I don't feel so weird now. Yeah, so I'll kneel down at the altar, shut my eyes, chew on a piece of bacon, and just have a few minutes of silence and see if anything happens.
Okay. You sit there, chewing on some pocket bacon. There's the hushed sounds of people talking around you, and other than that, you don't notice anything else, nothing out of the ordinary. Anything?
What animals are there?
All sorts. There's some even purely aquatic animals. There's one at the top of like a pillar holding up some structure of the roof. It's like the very top of it. It's like sat like an octopus, and its tentacles draped so far down it, wrapping around it. It's all made of stone. It's all part of the work, but they're everywhere. It's like the more you keep looking, the more you keep spotting the odd little animal here and there. Like on top of a ledge, you see like several like rats scurrying along it, but they're made of stone and just there, depicted there on purpose. There's all sorts of animals everywhere you look.
Okay, yeah. I'll just have a couple of minutes of just quiet time, and then I'll cozy on back out.
Sure. Meanwhile, Helena, what would you like to be doing in this time? Will these all separate? They're on their way. The one of the group who has not been touched by any of these deities.
I want to go.
Just my dad.
Yeah, I want to go towards a graveyard.
Okay. Yeah,
Standard.
there's plenty of around, not on the main fairway, but you start healing off down dark alleyways, trying to find your way into the burial grounds and other the darker areas of where the places less tread. You find, in fact, make a make a religion check for me with advantage.
Give me a dice out.
A religion dice.
That is 14.
Okay. You're wandering around. You find small graveyard in the shadow of one of the larger temples. But then, it doesn't seem right to you. You just keep walking on, walking away, and keep wandering, and you turn another corner and another. You find another little graveyard, slightly less maintained, with older gravestones upon it. But now you keep moving. Something's like whatever it is you're looking for, it's not quite there. Keep wandering and keep moving. Do you find another smaller graveyard where there's the odd dotted bits of gravestones here and there, but they're slightly more chaotic. It's not as well structured as the previous ones are, and there's a couple of walk-in tombs that you can wander into. This, to you, I don't know, feels more like whatever it was you're looking for.
Yeah, I'll walk into one.
Okay. You walk in. These have clearly... Some of the other graveyards do the occasional visitor here and there, either passing by or visiting a deceased loved one. Well, this particular graveyard is empty. Nobody visits here. There's clearly nobody been maintaining it for an incredibly long time. Unknown as to exactly how long, but a lot of the writing on the tombstones as you walk past have been worn away. You enter into one of the... It's a small tomb, and you walk in. There's a couple of caskets on shelves within. But then on the back wall, there's some symbolism, writing as such. By means you can either make a religion or an arcana check.
Oh, Arcana.
Naturally. Thought.
That is 22.
Beautiful. You're reading upon this, and it's clearly written in... It's not in a language as such, but more in runes to help protect over the loved ones which are now laying here. And it goes on to describe this this husband and wife which is now laying rest here, and the usual gumph. But then one thing that does strike you is it pays homage to a deity which is not one of the five.
Ooh.
It pays homage to... It's because it's not written in a language as such. It's written... So there's no actual name. It's just a paying homage to death itself.
Ah.
And as though they either worshipped or at least acknowledged the power of death. Is all.
I'm gonna sit in the tomb. Just... Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You sit, cross your legs, and have a moment of thought to yourself. Hector, everybody went their own ways, they left you to it.
I was rolling into the Temple of Oda. I'm gonna light up my shield. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
these.
blinding everybody you walk past.
Yeah, so it just makes light, doesn't blind people. It's very.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's still a very bright light.
Yeah, that's what them people with them headlights say
Yeah.
Yeah.
when they come. Yeah,
I'm
we're
not
just
blinded,
headlights.
It's
Right.
legal. Legal.
Yeah, but dip them a bit, But still.
Yeah, so I'll have that. I guess I'll have it on my back, shining off my back.
Yeah.
I'll have a look out for the dude that I spoke to yesterday.
Yeah, sure.
Friar
you can.
dude, not the. Oh well, if the high priest is there, actually, yeah, let's try and track him down.
Yeah, sure. High Priest Darvan.
Yeah.
You don't see him directly there, not at first, but then knowing where his office was, because you went down to it, you started making a walking over towards it, and then you see him appear just as you get into it, odds it.
Can I sort of say to people, champion over Oda here, champion Oda here, just be like, just sort of like saying to people as I'm walking past, like, champion over Oda,
Well, and then as soon as you walk past and they look in your direction, like, Jesus.
I'd be like, the blazing sun has returned.
What a strange guy. Oh yeah, I've got dots in my eyes.
Not quite Ace Rimmer, is it? What a strange guy.
What a strange guy. Yeah.
But then, Darvan.
You can, and you see Darvan. He's like, oh, hello. Sorry, Hector, wasn't it? Oh,
yes,
so glad you've come back. I've just been reading some of the text that they've
wonderful.
brought us. But do you mind, please, turning your shield off? You're blinding some
of
of
course,
the other.
yes. Sorry, I don't realise my eyes, being the champion of Oda, can look at it fine, but I guess for you mortals, that's quite the same.
Please, just turn it off and come inside.
Yes, of course.
He leads you into
this
his office
very quickly.
And so he's saying, oh yes, well, I've just been reading this text. I knew there was reference to somewhere where the deities had spoken directly to people before. The only reference we've managed to find was a very ancient text. It only mentions that, let me just read here. It's in ancient times where the old heathen gods were rooted in the hearts of man, until the Circle of Five had the chosen to strike out the unworthy and spread the word of glory to all those who would hear it. Now, this is part of a story, a tale where, as you can hear from that, there were old gods, old unworthy heathen gods, who they dare not ever speak the names of these. To be honest, there's no record of it, but it seems as though they purposely did not make mention of it. But where the love of our lords who look over us now, the love for them spread forth throughout the land.
I see. And it doesn't mention it. There's no names of these heathen gods. It just describes them as heathen gods.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
As well, it's better not to ever mention to them, lest they set root in the hearts of people again.
The chosen five. And it would be of the five gods, obviously. What does it say? When is this text dated? Does it say when this originally happened?
Oh, it's not dated as such, but certainly ancient times. We're talking, hundreds, if not, it'd be thousands, certainly thousands of years.
Thousands of years. Interesting.
These texts would not be the originals. These have been copies upon copies handed down from priest to priest across the ages.
Yes, of course. You've been priest here for a good while now.
Oh yes, for most of my life, dedicated my service to Oda.
Yeah, same. Yes. Do you have any? Can these texts? Can they leave this? Or do you need them here?
No! If you wish to make your own copies, by all means, you may. But no, I'm afraid these texts cannot leave here.
Okay, I have a friend who's a lot smarter than I. He may be better poised to take a look at them. Do you have So where's the oldest part of this church, this temple? Is there an original area that was...
This particular temple is, well, it's all not as old as the temple before it, or the temple before that.
You know where the oldest temple, the first temple of Oda would be?
Quite a question. I'm afraid I wouldn't know. Each temple is looked after by the priests that occupy it, and we maintain it as long as is necessary. Each temple is never revered any more than the next.
No, but they do tend to get built bigger than the last, don't they?
All in the glory of our lords.
Oh, of course, yes. Glory be to Oda. Oh, praise, blazing sun. Okay, well, that's very useful information. Very useful indeed. So,
glad we could have helped. This was mighty interesting. I've not read these texts since I was a mere acolyte.
I see. Well, thank you, Dava. That was enlightening. I'll probably be back at some point to review them with my colleague.
Of course.
Of course. Thank you, Dava.
Please.
Champions, grace be with you.
Yes, just please leave.
Okay. Please. Then I'll light the shield up. I'll stride out.
Not indoors, please, Hector.
The champion, Hector, if you will.
You're not the
champion.
Yeah, he's like following out. He's not the champion.
Okay, I'll shake some hands.
Not the one.
I'll force some handshakes on
Not the
people.
one.
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. Then I'll head out back to where we were.
Okay, you
Meeting up, I
head
guess.
back out. Of everybody, trying to think, Meridian's probably... You meet Meridian out there first, I should think. Helena and Grom are off doing their own thing still.
Futilely sipping wine in a empty
Yeah,
room.
you've found a quiet place to drink booze for legitimate reasons.
I'll be sat on the floor, leant against the wall, feeding pocket bacon to some rats.
Hey, Meridian, save some of that for me, please. I thought that was a party.
I'll just hand out some pocket bacon. I've got loads of it.
Okay, so hear this shit out, right? So there was a chosen 5 before us, and it said something like, there were old heathen gods rooted in the hearts of man, but when the chosen 5 were decided, they struck out and banished these heathen gods, or something like this. I don't remember the words exactly, but it was something of these sorts.
So there were 5 chosen ones
one
who
for each god.
banished the old gods
The old heathen gods.
for the new gods to then have power.
Yes.
And
it
is it
sounds
possible
like-
that we're those 5?
Well, it sounds an awful lot like, but it sounds like these people being prayed to, these new gods, is stopping the old gods having power. And it doesn't mention any names of the heathen gods. But what I'm thinking is if we find the oldest first temples of the new gods, if we can find some sort of trace there to the old god.
Yes, I mean, in the histories, new religions do tend to take over the sites of the old ones.
That makes sense, wouldn't it? You'd
It
build
would,
your
yeah.
temple over, you'd over where the old god.
While we're talking, Meridian's having a little fidget, and he reaches into a pocket, pulls out a rat, and just puts it on the floor, and it runs off. Are we going to wait for the rest of the party, or shall we strike out, as it were, and find this temple?
Coming out about this point.
Yeah, I was going to say Grom would be the
disappointed.
next out.
We should probably wait. I mean, there was a book in there, and I'm not great with books, so we might find another book, and I might not be of much use.
You,
Well, I mean,
you got a book. I got fuck all in here.
He's got a very interesting book in there, actually, Grom. I think you should take a look.
Oh, do you mind?
He wouldn't let me take it out. It's not like a library.
I also didn't have any messages, but the temple was full of animals, so I'm doing my best to be nice to animals. Now I've just fed these rats. If any of you happen to spot an octopus, could you let me know?
An octopus.
Yes, an octopus.
What's one of them?
Certainly try.
Like a wet spider.
What? Oh, I don't want to see one of them. That sounds fucking awful.
Sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it's a bad description. I'm not even sure what they eat. Anyway, shall we
And whilst
wander?
you're mulling over an octopus, Helena emerges from the shadows of an alley.
Why do you smell like death?
Why do you look like Death, Meridian?
Well,
Yeah.
too much bacon. Sleeping in a proper bed's ruined my back. I just feel awful.
It's novel, wasn't it?
It was.
Uneasy.
Yeah, I think hanging from that door frame hasn't helped either.
So, this god temple. What do we say? That's
Old
like-
god temple, yes.
Old god temples.
Old god temples.
Alright, let's go find him.
Any
Okay.
any idea
I
where?
guess
None
We
of you
just
have any ideas.
Try and work next smallest to next smallest down a chain of temples. I don't know. Ask directions.
Yeah, but by all means, you start heading back down, trying to spot where the trail of older temples were. Excuse me. And on the way, you ask the occasional passerby, the occasional person with holy robes on as they're walking past, but nobody has a clue.
You're good with stonework.
Yes.
Where is the older looking parts of the town? And while we've been walking around, is there anything that strikes you as more ancient than the next?
I will obviously get looking. I'll have been cataloguing as we walk anyway. I'll have a sort of internal map of the layout of the stones just by walking around the town. But in terms of the
do a
oldest...
stone cunning roll then, please.
Guidance. Okay, so let me just read what I have to do for stone cunning here.
It's a history check, if I believe right.
It is a history. I just can't remember
Double
what I
your
had.
proficiency.
Is it just proficiency?
Yeah, but I
Here
think
we
you
are.
double your proficiency. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there we are. That's what I was checking.
Really
Okay, cool.
Organising bacon for D&D sessions, because we always talk about it, and
It's
I always end
mentioned
up.
a lot.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like I should always have some crispy bacon just in case.
That roll of an 11 gives me a 20.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, you go find an older temples, and you find some which you think are maybe a couple of 100 years older than the others, but far from you'd think would be the original.
1,000. Yeah.
There's nothing within this city do you think which ages back thousands of years?
All right. So we can point. I can point them and say that's the oldest building
Oldest one
here,
you've found,
but it's yeah. That's the oldest building we've seen, but it's not the age you're looking at. And what is it? What's the oldest building that I can see in this area?
Yeah, they've got in this area, because they're all pretty much religious areas. There's what is a building which is kind of like a couple of shop fronts with a small kind of what is effectively now just used as like a prayer room for whoever now. You think that originally it may have been to Tyr, but it's now just been repurposed as an all-purpose prayer or meeting centre, like communal hub.
A little community centre attached, like the youth club attached to the side of the church.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Is there a table tennis table?
They
always
door and a hammer.
They always have a table tennis table, but no bat.
Absolutely.
And it's
all the bats have got no rubber on.
Pool table. It slopes to one side, and one of the bumpers is missing.
Yeah.
But if you can play on that, you can play anywhere.
Yeah.
Only one cue.
Just come out right there.
One cue that you've got to share, but about 18 rests for some reason.
Because no one ever broke a rest in anger.
No one ever broke. No.
Anyway, we're digressing. Look, that place, it's old, and I mean, you can go pull floorboards up if you like, but that chap there leading the Sunday school with all the children is not going to look too happy. Whatever day it is.
This isn't what I was thinking in my head. I thought we'd find a really old, ancient.
No.
This isn't it.
Look, I think we've got to go and appease our captain here. Let's get back and...
Yeah.
Futile. Let's go and see if Cadell's awake, and if not, we need to speak to...
Cromwell.
Well, let's go get our captain. Let's get our stuff. Let's pick up these diamonds if we've got some.
And we'll take her to see Cromwell as well. I think
and then we can go direct, can't we? Then?
Authority.
Yeah.
Okay. You head back to the Red Bull Tavern. You go in. You can see the Captain Pemberton. I nearly said Colonel, but it's not. It's Captain Pemberton. Sat with her two soldiers, and they've drawn up a very approximate list of names of everybody who's there, and it's like, think we've remembered everybody.
What were their names?
Oh, you're back.
Did they have names?
What? All the soldiers that you've left?
No, the two that came with us.
Oh, yeah.
Sergeant and lieutenants.
Yeah.
Trevor and Simon.
Yeah. Trevor and Simon. Yeah, that's it. Official. Trevor and Simon.
They absolutely do not do duvets, but they're absolutely great soldiers.
No, but they can swing their pants for the best of them.
So, yeah.
You're swinging my pants from my seat right there. Carry on. Sorry.
Yes, so they see you and they're beckoning you over. It's like, right, I think we've remembered just about everybody.
No,
yeah, we can do a roster when we turn up.
All right.
Hoping this is going to be easier than you're imagining.
Oh, me too.
I can pretty much guarantee it won't be. If I've learned anything from hanging around with these folks, everything is far, far more difficult than you could possibly imagine it would be.
Cheer up, Meridian. Just claps you around the shoulder.
Look, Trev, I hate to be the one to break this to you, but chances are you two won't survive this.
They're looking at each other like... We've seen action, right? He's looking like, really?
Well, you're gonna see some today. Shall we go and scrounge some help from the king?
Well, let's see. Have a look at the barman. Is there your man here yet?
Ah. Yeah, he's here. And kind of beckons him over from sat in the corner with a pint. And he's like, oh. And then he comes over to the bar and has a quick glance over his shoulder, not in a dodgy way, just in a that you check who's over your shoulder at an ATM. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Before you get the
before you get your money out.
You know what I mean? Massive fucking diamond out your pocket.
Yeah. Gets like like bag out of his, and then kind of opens it up and lays it out across the bar. And even Captain Pemberton kind of leans over you all and looks around going, oh God, look at that. And then that's it. And then she turns and starts watching everybody else to see if they're paying any attention. And just glares them down if they are. And it's like, oh, so what you after?
Diamonds.
Well,
300 gold pieces worth a piece.
All right, okay, sure. Get some of the largest of them out. So, well, I've got couple worth 4 and one worth 3. 3 is what you're after, isn't it? 300's worth.
3 is what I need. Yeah.
Well, 1 worth 3 and 2 worth 4. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll look at barman. How are we gonna make this work?
He's like, well,
funnel this through. How much can you funnel through, and how much do we have to sort out?
As much as I'd love to be able to put all this on the king, I'm not sure they'd be too happy with the cost. Everything has to be priced. I mean, some of it I might be able to put a bit on here and there, room service, this, that, and the other, you know. But But all this is a bit much to be putting on the ledgers elsewhere, you know.
You can sneak on elsewhere, and we'll chat amongst ourselves for the rest.
It was just breakfast. They had bacon, eggs, a diamond, some ale.
They kept asking for gold leaf.
If you're here for a few more days, I might be able to cover the 300.
All right. Hey, between us, can we cover the 400? I can't get it all, Miss N.
There's 2 400s if you wanted.
I mean, as much as I'd like to. How rich are we feeling?
Hang on.
How many of it is 4, 5?
I will very quickly, by the way, get out my all-purpose tool, tap it on the table, and it will turn into a set of jeweler's tools, which I immediately become proficient at, and I will investigate the diamonds to make sure they are what he says they are.
Are you immediately proficient?
Yep.
Ooh.
Dead handy tool, this.
For 8 hours you can cast that cantrip, cancel. Does it say that you become proficient? Is that part
the
of
simple screwdriver
tools?
can transform into a variety of tools. As an action, I can touch the item and transform it into any type of artisan's tools.
I was looking at all-purpose tool.
Yeah, that is it. It is a simple screwdriver, but as an action...
touch the item of your choice. Whatever the phone tools, you are proficient. I missed that last line. There you go. Brilliant. Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
It's dead handy.
Yeah.
So so jeweler's tools, and I will
appraise them.
Loop out and appraise them and make sure they're all
appraise away. Make a
investigation, an appraisal check.
Yeah.
Have you been performing at your standard work?
Yes. Yeah. So you can do an investigation with proficiency.
I'm willing
I suppose it would be intelligence with proficiency, wouldn't it? Thinking about it, otherwise proficiency on top of that would be a plus 12, and that seems crazy.
Yeah,
guidance
it'd be you're right. It'd be intelligence plus proficiency.
Yeah.
I'm willing to donate 200 gold to the cause if that helps.
Thank you kindly. 19 in total. 13, 2, and 4.
Yeah, you can tell this guy's on the up and up. It's what he says it is.
Lovely, excellent. Well, it's good stuff. If they can get that 300. I'll put in.
I've knocked 200 off.
What can you donate towards your continued good health, Elena? Hector's going to have to spend quite a bit on a stabby stab shortly.
Yeah.
I'll put 400 then.
You put 400 in.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
You'll put,
How much?
You'll put 200 in.
I've put 200. I haven't even got 400. Yeah, I've put 200 in.
Lovely. I'll put 100 in, and we'll say Cadell can pay the other 100 because he's asleep.
Just go upstairs and rob him.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Snoozing. That's
Yeah.
between you guys and Aiden when he's back.
Yeah, well, I won't text him now. Actually, I'll text him later. But yeah. Okay, so I'll take another 100 off my gold.
Okay, see what you getting
Everyone
all
else take.
3.
We're getting 3. Yeah, I'll start adding diamonds.
Very well. Yep, you get all 3. He's a very happy man. He's not so happy that he's not going to receive the 300 immediately, but he's at least got the 400 to keep him happy. No, sorry, 800.
Yeah.
To keep
I'm
him
gonna
happy.
I'm gonna slide a piece of bacon over the bar to him
Yeah.
and go, there you are. Mate,
Aiden's
treat.
actually said he doesn't mind putting in the 100.
Ah,
Cheers,
God,
Aiden.
Cadell.
Thanks,
Cheers,
Aiden.
mate.
Captain Cadell. Take his money off him while we remember.
While he's snoozing.
Yeah.
You're covered
Yeah.
in sick, mate.
So yes, yeah, that's fine. He walks away relatively happy, and you have yourself 3 whacking great big diamonds.
Nice. And I have just added those to my inventories.
Sweet.
Lovely. Okay, we
Well-
are a little more prepared now.
Great. So,
Yeah.
next protocol,
King.
King.
Um,
I'll
King.
just try to expedite everything. So yeah, you go and see the king. You are let in, even without Lord Cadell.
Oh yeah.
Lord Cadell Gunfold at your side. You
Gunfold.
do have Lady Helena Graydon,
Graydon?
who can get you admittance. So then, yes, you get in to see the king. It's in the same location as the council chambers, but it's not in the chambers themselves. He's got a side office, and yeah, he ushers you in.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, great, come on in. I was like, oh, well, as soon as we had our chat last time, we've say we, royal we, and yes, we managed to find some information. So we were looking about the artifact, the artifact of power which I used to create this paradise for Hatheria. So the only ancient bit of text we managed to find is reference to an ancient orb of power that was believed to have originated overseas and was destroyed, as it was believed to have belonged to what only refers to as evil deities.
Sounds an awful like primordial gods as well here.
Well, we don't
sounds
know.
like
There's
those
no other
heathen-
reference.
It sounds like those heathen deities that those old texts were talking about.
Well, we don't know. There's no reference to anybody, and then overseas as well, which was interesting because I never heard of it anywhere where this artifact may have originated. Of course,
well, I mean, to be fair, did you ever look?
Old Hatheria, of course. But in old Hatheria, ancient texts were few and far between, destroyed in the many wars, as you understand.
And where exactly did this text come from?
Oh, we've got plenty of. I've got some acolytes. There's a royal library in which they managed to get them searching through the night on finding references to such an item. I gave them the description naturally, and that's the best they can come up with. I'm afraid.
Ask
Well,
them
it's a start.
ask them to track any information down about a chosen 5 and old heathen
Yeah.
gods.
Okay, sure, okay.
In the oldest temple in town, the oldest temple
Yeah,
in this Hatheria.
Find where the first temple built to these new gods were.
New gods. I mean these
gods,
the
yeah,
five
the-
deities.
These five,
Yes,
aye.
of course,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. And the chosen five, I assume you mean these 5 deities. They the chosen 5?
Well, no, it sounds like there's. Well, many ancient years ago, there was a chosen 5 who.
Oh.
were
Champions of the gods, maybe.
Champions of the gods, possibly, I don't know. And they were
well,
chosen
okay,
to
sure.
spur out into. I can't remember what they said in the Temple of Odor, but they've got text on it there if they need reference.
Aye.
Marvellous. Okay.
Yeah.
Still no word back yet from the Eastern Scouts?
No word at all.
Well, no news is good news, right?
Well, no news
Not
is
in this
no
case.
news.
Ah,
Well, be that as it may, we've got a slightly more pressing issue, and we thought you might like a change of scenery.
what do you have in mind?
Well, our captain here wants to free all of her remaining soldiers from the extra-dimensional prison of yours, your Fort Epsilon,
Ah, yes, of course.
and the mysterious prisoner seems to have escaped. There was a bit of a bloodbath in the cell, according to our good friend here, and we thought that perhaps a seasoned spellcaster such as yourself, a bit overwhelmed by the bureaucracies of this world, might want to come and flex his fireballs.
Yeah, don't
Get
mind
out
if
from
I
behind
do.
your desk.
He stands up, has a bit of a stretch. This kind of very ornate jacket that he's got on, he takes it with one hand, kind of whips it off, and he then suddenly is dressed, this robe, just a bit very Doctor Strange style, just appears on him. His robes is the robes he was wearing when you fought him in Alzidura.
Yeah. Oh, ready to go, are you?
I thought you were gonna. When you said he whips it off, I thought he was gonna be topless and just like proper buff.
No, he's
Six-pack pecs.
he's still a wizard after all.
A wizard barbarian blade singer multiclass.
Yeah, no.
No, good.
It's like, I would relish in a change of scenery, fighting alongside my good chums.
Well, let's look at that for you.
Not push it. So,
Subjects.
where's the? Oh, now you're really pushing it. Where's the safest? Where's the safest place, Cromwell, for us to disappear?
Can you
It
take
is
us
as
in
good
there,
as any, I suppose.
Cromwell?
Well, bear in mind that this is exactly where we will return to. Can you guarantee that this will be safe and free of prying eyes when we come back?
Well, yes, my private office, yes. How many people do you think is going to gain access to the King's office?
Well,
we just wanted.
I mean, we've been in
they
both,
let
we've
you
been in
in.
your office in the old world as well.
Yeah, it's true. I've
Well,
been in
you
several.
weren't there.
I've been in at least 3 of your offices. I nearly said our offices. I've been in.
So close.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I mean, yeah.
Can we at least
Found
lock
all your
places, isn't it?
secret stuff.
Can we at least lock the door?
Let's get going there, Meridian.
Okay.
Are you gonna? Can
Box
you
it.
take us there, or are we relying on our friend here?
I can't. I no longer have the keystone.
Up to
Meridian?
me. Yes. Yes.
I will very quickly make the cannon and hit us all for a blast of temporary hit points before we go in, and that is a healthy 9.
Nice.
Okay.
Um,
I need.
Yes, I'm the tank.
You are the tank. Oh, we've got
Yeah.
Pemberton as well.
You do have.
Yeah, true. Not 2 cannon fodder, so we're alright.
Yeah, everyone. So everybody gets the 9. So the cannon
So,
fodder are probably feeling
you've
better
got
than they've ever
the
felt.
2 NPCs that are adamant they're going to survive this encounter.
8. So there's 8 of you travelling.
Yeah.
They're wearing red tops.
Absolutely.
Well, blue tunic of old Hatheria.
But one of them says to the other, "I can't wait to tell my kids about this when I get back."
Yeah. And the second one goes, "I know, I'm only 2 days away from retirement."
Exist, man.
Okay.
Fun.
Yeah, you spend your minute casting your teleportations. The temporary teleportation circle appears and whisks you all away in a blinding flash to Fort Epsilon, or at least the separate teleportation circle of Tiberius Trevelyan.
Did we say that was a level 3 or a level 4? I can't remember.
3.
It was level 3.
Level 3. Right, I shall knock that off.
And you left the people up. You'd led the people up.
Yeah,
to the
obviously they're not
500.
there now.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
That was what was worrying me.
Yeah.
they're not
No.
there now
There
because
any-
they've all been eaten by
Yeah.
Clarissa.
Yes, there's blood everywhere. No, it's pretty much as you would have expected. There's nothing there. There's nobody there to greet you or anything like that. You head down through the workshop, down the incredibly long staircase, and then across the mile-long bridge, across the lake of lava, to the still destroyed gates of Fort Epsilon. They just
We
don't
done
have the
that
resources
walk
or the skills.
Far more
to...
than I imagine you ever expected we would.
Yeah, there's a lot.
The 17th trip across that lake.
It's back and forth, sometimes flown, which has been interesting. But anyway, so then you arrive back again as usual. There's the odd lazily lounging around guard, not expecting anybody to walk in, and then they suddenly jump up with a sharp salute, going, "Captain Pemberton, ma'am." And she gives a salute back, and it's like, "At ease, everybody, we need everybody accounted for. Sergeant, please gather everybody in the courtyard." "Oh, right you are." And he runs off, and after a little while you hear a ding 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 ding. It's just kind of summoning everybody to, and slowly they start pouring in. And yeah, there's everybody here, and it's like, right, and everybody, as if on parade, are all stood neatly in a row to attention. And she's like, "At ease," and they all stand slightly with a more comfortable stance.
I'm just gonna sidle over to Cromwell while this is happening. I'm just gonna wander over to Cromwell, and I'm just gonna say, your spell dampening cells that you've had built in this place.
Oh yes.
How dampening exactly are they? Could you cast within that cell, or is it even beyond your power?
I would certainly struggle. Yes.
Because this Clarissa woman has escaped that cell, and she didn't look powerful enough to overpower your guards or break through a metal gate, which suggests to me that it was some sort of magic. And if that's the case...
And I didn't know anything about this other prisoner. I wonder if in Carlos's office there was reference to them.
Yeah, I think there's the
didn't
one
check
office
that,
we've
did
not
we?
checked yet.
Should
No.
probably look.
I'm not walking up those fucking stairs again.
Pemberton,
No,
what I
it's close to this
suggest,
one.
what I suggest you do is start interviewing each of these people, verifying who they are, and if they are who they are, send them out to the other side of the gate.
And also ask them about Clarissa, because
Yeah.
the soldier that was acting strange seemed to... It was like his memory had been changed.
Right. All right, you are. And she starts from one end to the other, talking to them.
Cromwell, you come with us. We'll go check out Dingal's office, I guess.
Yeah, so yeah, he's like, no, sure, yeah, of course. Yeah, well, I'll show you where it is. Starts leading the way.
I'm going to stay here. I think it's a tad risky to leave all these soldiers here with the captain.
Okay. You do want to stay here?
Yeah, I'm going to stay here and keep an eye on, see if there's any magical behaving.
No.
Magical behavings.
You take the you take the new recruit.
All right, come on then. Put up with you. Let's see what you're made of.
Okay, yeah. So, are you taking the 2 red coats as the? Are they staying behind as well?
Interesting.
Thought they'd be staying behind.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, they would naturally be staying behind
us.
because it's where the fine.
Yeah,
You just take the 3 of you up. That's fine. And Crommers. You.
I was including Crommers in the 3 of us, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm losing track of how many people have.
Hector.
You are one of the 3.
I am. Yes.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah.
You'll put yourself in a
us.
situation where you're playing quite a few different characters in this area.
know.
Yeah.
So, yes, you leave most of the people I'm playing behind, and Cromwell leads the way and takes you up some stone stairs, which you've been to before, and you eventually come to where Carlos Dengal's, the Lord General's office is, and he goes up to it, and it's locked, and he just casts knock and just knocks on the door, and it opens. There you go. Well, after you, gentlemen.
By all means, let's get inside here and see if we can find some answers.
You
I'm relying on you here. I'm not very good at this sort of thing.
No, I will. Hey, Cromwell, is there anything magic in here? Can you do that?
Oh. Believe so. I'm just remind myself of his entire
Spell list.
capabilities.
I think you can ritually cast detect magic as well.
What
I can.
What level is detect magic?
It's
Oh no,
low,
he can.
it's,
He's got it there. He's
uh,
got it. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, don't worry, I've got that. He ritually casts detect magic. We've got a little bit of time.
That's
haven't we?
interesting.
And
Sometime.
he he spends a little bit of time, and he's going, yeah, well, Carlos was many things, but he had no flair for the arcane.
Yeah. Mundane search then. Right, I will investigate the room.
Yep, go ahead, make an investigation check.
Can I be
That's not bad
assisting
at all.
him?
Yeah, I can say you can assist him with that. You can have advantage, because basically all 3 of you are searching.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that'll do. Okay, so that is... the first roll wasn't great, but was alright. The second roll was an 18, plus 3 for guidance, plus 8.
Beautiful.
So, 29.
Well, as soon as you walk in and start looking around, it looks as though it's not well organised. It's...
Unlike a
the
soldier.
more you keep looking, the more it looks like it's been tossed.
Mm.
The files are all over the desk, and you're going through them, and you kind of organise them pretty swiftly into what seems to be a reasonable order. A lot of it is day-to-day running of the facility. Then there's a list of troops stationed there, people who are being shipped out, people who are being shipped in as guards. Because when the war have kicked off, they shipped a lot of the more veteran soldiers out to help fight on the front lines and sent a load of rookies basically to sit in and watch. And then there was a request across his desk for Captain Pemberton to be stationed there as well, and he approved it on the proviso that they needed a commanding officer.
Yeah.
And you find records on prisoners, and you find the records for what there should be for the prisoners here, and there is no record of Clarissa.
For fuck's sake. Are we maybe within 120 feet of where we were? Small fort and all.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I will turn my hammer upside down and pull out a copper wire antenna. I'll just speak into it about Meridian. How's it going down there? Yeah, go gadget hammer. There's no record of this prisoner. How are things going? You can reply to this message.
Fine. Yes, it's fine. We're fine. Can anyone else hear him?
And that's all you get.
No one else can hear me. This is just me and you. You can reply again.
So far, all is well, Grom. But, well, I mean, if there's no message of her, then it's not, well, is it? We're fucked.
Well, fucked. It's one word.
In the time it's taken them to reach the office and have a look round, she's finished conducting several small interviews and passed several soldiers to go and stand outside. And she's continuing on, and there's nothing untoward as of yet.
I'm not picking up anything with me robe. I'm not seeing any ethereals or invisible nasties or anything.
No, nothing invisible, nothing ethereal that's worth noting. There's the odd wisp of ethereal essence, but it's odd because the reason why the reason why you can see into the ethereal plane from the material plane is because they heavily overlap, and effectively one is pretty much the same place to the other, but slightly offset, so you can just kind of see it if you know how to look at it. But this place is separate, it's different. There's the odd wisp of something, but it could have been a poor tortured soul who died there and hasn't been able to actually go anywhere.
Ooh.
But nothing malicious.
Yeah.
Such.
I'll say to Cromwell and Grom, maybe we should go look at the cell and see if there's any trails.
I was thinking that. Aye.
Where this Clarissa might have gone.
Yeah. No weapons in Dengar's office, are there?
No.
Alright. Cool. What do you use? 3 heads of state, 3 officers. Fuck all in any of them, apart from some good whiskey and water. This is very disappointing.
Brandy, actually.
Brandy. Yeah, well, I don't know.
Delightful.
Cromwell,
And you
don't
picked
know
up a crystal ball of scrylepathy from one of them.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, the first office was quite good, actually.
Cromwell, you don't know of any hidden stashes in this place of weapons. I'm assuming we're probably going to need them fairly quickly.
Oh, yes.
Nothing locked away.
There might well be a stash of the armory, whatever's left behind. I imagine a lot of it got sent to the front. But we can certainly check. So yeah, are you going to the cells then straight away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go down
I'll
to...
tell them what we're doing. I'll relay it by wireless.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I think we'll probably meet them down there, shall we, Helena?
Yeah.
I think we should probably all go
you're
down
getting
to the
pretty
cells.
bored sat around watching these troops just having a natter.
I'm nearly out of bacon.
Yeah, you
I
head...
saw you only put 13 rashes in your inventory as well.
I know, yeah, I need to delete
You've been going
them,
through that now.
some to rats and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you all converge outside the cells, and you head on in. Who's going in first?
Not me.
Well, I'm going to stand back and with my dark vision just see what I can see.
I'll go in first.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright, then, never mind.
it's still lit. And yeah, Hector
Rides in.
walks in first.
Shout police.
Yeah.
Says the champion of Odor is here. Reveal yourself. Evil.
As he says this, I'm going to turn to Grom and just say, is he saying Odor?
Odor.
The champion of Odor.
Bad odor, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk down and you turn into the open cell where you saw Clarissa previously, and where you can tell, just as Meridian had described it, there was blood everywhere, but it's now dried, and but yeah, it's clearly still a mess.
Is the other cell empty? Who's the other prisoner?
The other prisoners in a different
It's
cell
a
area.
different wing.
Yeah.
All right.
In my years of combat and I don't know, killing people in an arena, would I recognise how like these blood patterns have been made? Like, can I determine whether it's like...
Yeah, you can do that. You've
Nice.
seen plenty of blood splatters in your time. Make either a perception or an investigation with advantage because of your past knowledge.
Oh, it's a 19.
Ooh.
19. Yeah. That's as good as it gets. There's no plus.
Well, there you go. Purely based on your past knowledge, you can see that it looks as though whatever happened immediately into the doorway. And from what you remember of seeing Clarissa, is her chains wouldn't have let her get quite that far. So
What of those chains?
They are there. They are intact. They do not look to be unlocked. They are still locked.
And the lock on the door, is that intact?
It is intact and unlocked.
So intact chains.
It seems as though the door was unlocked. Whatever happened as soon as whoever it was entered,
Oh, yeah.
and then
Okay.
that was it.
Yeah.
And it was seems to be violent and swift.
Would I know of any ability that would allow someone to change shape without the use of magic? As in,
Okay, either a
a-
nature or a history, or even an arcana if anybody wants to. Yeah.
I'll make an Arcana check.
I was going to say,
You might get different information depends on what you roll then.
yes.
That's an 18 for me on the Arcana.
I'll have a pop at nature then. Oh fuck me, 21.
So,
Oh, nice.
Arcana as well.
Okay. So how much did you get? Sorry, Helena.
18.
18. Both got 18s then for Arcana. Yeah, you both know of, the basics of like being able to shape change. There's plenty of spells that do it, being polymorph or even resize. So yeah, there are plenty of ways to be able to change your size and shape to be able to slip out of said shackles, but you also know that any of those spells would not be able to get past the anti-magic field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking more of like a creature that can like a werewolf. You know what I mean? Like the creature that isn't necessarily using magic to change shape.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you did roll rather well with nature. Yes, you do know of a certain number of creatures that exist, or at least are known of or catalogued, which could change their shape. There are some which, as you mentioned, like werewolves, but they would primarily change their form to very specific forms, which is usually bigger than their not human counterparts. But there are others which can naturally change their shape. There are some which... yeah, there are plenty that can. None of which you know of, not as in person or anything.
But the gate, the door is unlocked, but the shackles are still locked. Are they? They're not open.
They've not been broken open or anything. They've not been unlocked.
Clean?
They are still locked and intact.
So if
they're clean, there's no like blood on them. There's nothing like that. There's no.
They're clean, intact, and further away from where the mess was caused. They've had a bit of splatter on them just because of the visceral mess. Which
let's go and confront everyone.
I'm just thinking that if Hector says that the look of the blood is all by the gate. The gate itself has been unlocked.
Seems to be where it originated anyway. It's the spray all over the place.
Yeah.
If it was somebody opening the gate and coming in and releasing her, they wouldn't relock the shackles. Those shackles...
Well, it depends if the shackles have just been removed without...
If she'd already got out of them.
So is she... Whatever she is, she's dangerous. Clearly.
I'm going to check in with the captain on the wireless. Hey, Captain, how's it going down there? Everything in order?
So saying... Yes, everything's in order.
What's going on?
Making our way down them now. 10 down, 15 to go.
Okay, we'll be with you soon.
Shall we go and check the other prisoner quickly before we move on?
Yeah.
Is there any sort of trail of blood going in any direction, like something that might have been missed previously? Or is there any sort of indicator as to where? Because I imagine if it was wet and there's so much visceral, they've maybe got some on them and set up on a trail.
An investigation, then, please.
I will help you with that.
Could I do survival? Use survival tracking skills instead.
I won't help you with that.
Yeah, I suppose go on then. See, as though these are tracks that you're kind of looking for.
Is someone help? Did you say you were helping me?
Well, I was going to, but
says
I can help
he
you
wasn't
with
going to
investigation.
with survival.
I can't help you with survival.
Oh.
I'm not proficient, so I figure I wouldn't.
13 then.
Oh, 13. I can give you a flash of inspiration and guidance, though.
Okay, yeah.
So add a d4 plus 4.
13 plus 2 to 15. 19 again.
Oh,
there we
okay.
go.
Yeah, so you're looking at it, and yeah, now you've actually thought about it, there's no footprints in it at all. There's a kind of smears where you'd assume whatever body slumped down when it first got killed seemed to be dragged around a little, but beyond that there's no tracks of anybody walking through it or anything like that. And there's no mess out in the corridor or anything like that.
Didn't the captain say that everybody was accounted for?
Yeah, but that was fine before, because someone here is pretending to be someone else. We're in the wrong place.
Ah. So one of those soldiers is Clarissa.
We would assume.
Okay,
and while
well then
they think they're not going to have a problem getting out, they're going to be quiet. But the moment they're cornered...
Yes. Well, let's have a quick
our
check.
Captain does not recognize them.
Let's make sure that the other prisoner isn't Clarissa, because that's hiding in plain sight, isn't it? If she's locked herself in the other cell, that would be the last place we would look. I mean,
How far away were they?
Sorry, what was that? How far away are?
How far away was the other prisoner?
Oh, it's another whole sector. You have to go down, back across, and then back up again, because that's in a more high security section.
I think they might have got these two the wrong way around.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Let's be quick.
Okay.
In fact, do you know what? I feel we're split up again here. I feel we need someone to be with the captain as well.
I'll head back to the captain.
Squishy people are going to go and look at this prisoner. Great. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, so prisoner crew, you scuttle your way across to see the other prisoner, and yeah, he's still there, shackled up as he was. Yeah, you slide the shutter open, he's still in there, the door's locked. He's where he's supposed to be.
And this
to
is
see
the
you.
one that
We'll be back later.
supposedly tried to kill...
Carlos Dengal, yeah.
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 Right.
Was there any more information on him? When I did the rifle
Oh
through his
yeah,
papers?
yeah. You saw that. Yeah, that he'd been arrested for other things in the past. A lot of which is petty violence, for everything from domestic violence, drunken disorderly. He's got a whole list of.
And he's just a piece of work.
Yeah, he's a complete piece of work, and he just seems like he one day decided to plot to try and kill the Lord General.
Well, I mean, it's good to have ambitions. Right, let's leave him. Come on, no one else in there, is there? Can't see anyone else in there.
Nope. Meridian can't either, even with his
No blood.
seeing invisibility,
anything
there's
like
no
that.
signs of blood.
Does he even react when we open the shutter?
Oh yeah, he reacts. He's there going, "Oh, come and visit me again, have you?"
No,
Particularly-
confuse you as bait. We'll see in a bit.
Yeah.
Bait?
Yeah, don't
Hell
you worry.
no.
Shut the door.
I'm not going anywhere. Hey, what are you doing? Come back here. And yeah, you just leave him to it.
Right, we'll try and catch up to the shit that's going on.
Yeah.
It's another good idea while he was on his walk out.
Okay, what's Hector's good idea?
So he's
Cunning
gonna go to
plan.
the ones that have been passed through from Pemberton.
Yep.
For the thingy, so he's gonna go outside and address them all. Say, okay, guys, we think there's something not right here, and I'm gonna need you all. I'm assuming they're armed. Actually, I've assumed they've all
yes.
got weapons on.
They are, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to all take your blades out and just make a tiniest little cut into your hands, and I'm gonna need to check you bleed the right blood.
And like one of the guys from was like, cutting the hand is the worst place to do it. You cut all your
Yeah.
Right,
tendons.
fine, just fucking cut somewhere. I just
All
need
right.
to know him.
And they all kind of cut like the back of their arm or something. Yeah, they all bleed.
Yeah.
Always bugs me that. Right across the palm.
I know,
In every...
yeah, I know.
It's
What
like
are you gonna do there?
an awful place.
I'd like to be able to
Every
use my
time you
hand
do
after
anything,
that
just
thing.
make it worse.
Yeah.
Deep
Yeah.
seeds the worst.
Either if it's just a prick of a finger on the end of the blade or something, they
Yeah,
do
I'm
that.
just like, and all of it looks normal.
Insulin check.
Yeah, everything seems fine.
Right.
Seemed better in my head. Alright, well, I think
Yeah, it's a
you
good
guys
move.
are okay.
Okay. Thanks, I suppose. Sorry, knocking my mic. Gesturing too much. Yeah, you head back in, and after that, you
Yeah.
see everybody else coming back down to join you. There's still loads of people who's being passed clear, and she's there. As everybody kind of joins back down, the captain turns to, all of you really, and kind of whispers in. It's like, well, we're running out of people.
I know.
What if everybody passes?
I mean, what
I
have you been
don't know.
asking? What have you been asking them, Pemberton? You've been asking them when the birthday is, or what?
Well,
what's not a question?
what I know of them, yes.
What do you know of them?
Like where they were stationed, and like what their family's like. We've had a lot of time to chat. We got to know each other.
Yeah.
So far, nothing.
When we realise that Pemberton's insight is -4. Fine.
What is her insight?
Well, he finds
But anyway,
out.
you won't know that anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, we won't know that at all. I feel. Hang on a second here. I'm having a thought.
Have we got back there now? Are we?
Yeah,
We'll
you're
go
all
back
back
to
now. Yeah.
Yeah, let's ask him about
Clarissa.
the
Which ones are you asking? The ones that have been cleared?
We're asking all of them. We're going to stand between the ones
Everybody.
that have been cleared and the others. There can't be too many left.
Can
now,
I?
so-
No,
when
it's only a
I
handful
came back,
left.
when
Yeah.
I came back on my own, and the
Mhm.
guard was sent to check and kept coming back and not knowing his
Yep.
arse from his
Yeah.
elbow. Can I see
Where's
that
that
one?
one?
Yeah, he's there.
Can I just
Has he
ask
been passed?
the captain if he's been cleared yet?
It's like, oh yeah, he's fine.
It's that one there. That's the one that was confused. Ask him about Clarissa.
Clarissa.
Ask him all.
Yeah, ask them all if they remember Clarissa.
Well, if you want to carry on asking them about that, then I'll carry on doing what I'm doing. Or what? Are we want to addressing everybody now?
Yeah, let's just address everybody. All right, hands up. Who knows Clarissa? Who remembers the prisoner that was in that cell called Clarissa?
Everybody puts their hand up.
Then why
Is
is there a
your name
fucking blood
Clarissa?
splatter? And where is she?
Does
Oh,
anybody remember what
we
happened to
we
her?
know that she's escaped, but we've not seen her. We've been on high alert. We've not let anybody go anywhere alone.
But somebody died getting out of there. There's too much blood. Which one of you is missing?
Oh.
Who was on duty that night?
Nobody's missing.
And that's a worry. How many of you have gone and checked that cell out?
Well, we all have really, but I mean, we made sure that we've made sure we're not alone.
Who was the first person, or the first person to check out? Who discovered Clarissa was escaped?
Oh, and then somebody was like, "Oh, that'd be us." Yeah, we went up. We saw it's a right old mess in there.
Mm.
Yeah, and no bodies.
What did you
in
say?
there.
No bodies. Real weird.
And who was meant to be? Who was watching?
That was
Clarissa?
after your friend here left us for standing. Meant to be heading back
After?
last time. Yeah. We didn't know she was loose at that time. Did you know and leave us here anyway?
Yes, I did.
We don't
Because
want to
one
stay
of
here
you,
with this.
Well, one of you is Clarissa.
yeah,
We don't know that.
as much as you don't want to stay here with her, I didn't want to take her back unnecessarily. Are all of these soldiers that they all got grouped together for questioning? Are they all in a 20-foot radius of each other?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Thereabouts.
I have the answer to everything. Brilliant.
Well, no, I'm just thinking
Pretty
that
much,
if
yeah.
she's as powerful as we think she is,
She'd survive.
she'd probably survive a fireball. So if I cast fireball, the one that doesn't die is Clarissa.
Isn't
If
the
she
point
counts
to have some of these survive?
Well, that's your point. Our point is to kill Clarissa.
Yeah.
You're well versed in collateral damage, Cromwell.
Yeah, Cromwell, have you got any way of detecting non-humans?
But
Oh. No, not what species someone is. No.
Well, all these are true old Hathen humans only. Can you detect anything particularly here? Have you got any way of working out if there's something evil? I don't know.
I will find out momentarily.
Meridian, I know you
Yeah,
say...
I bet your uncle could have done it. I bet Colonel Pemberton could have done this, the bastard. I bet he'd have known a way.
I know you say fireball, the last one, you'd be standing. But have you got anything that puts people...
Cromwell can't.
Knocks them out that doesn't do damage, that doesn't kill them?
Well, I can send people to sleep.
Well, what about you try that?
What on
would be tricky.
On everybody? No, it would take. Why don't you tell them all about how you're the champion of Hatheria? I'm sure that was.
I am the champion of Hatheria, and they would.
One by one,
really
slowly fall asleep.
Yeah.
You could deck them one by one.
I could beat them up. See who.
I'll just stand here and take this. Slap.
So, what are you doing?
Oh no, guys, what are we doing?
I'll stand here and beat him up.
Cromwell leans in. It's like, do you mind, guys?
Yo.
What if? Right, you said that if she's feeling comfortable, then she's all right. But if we start taking them all to one side and start accusing them of knowing that they're them in private, force a hand.
Alright, let's give it a go.
Yeah, well, you're well versed in this as well. Come on, show us what you got.
Me?
Yeah, you do.
You must have.
I'm not very intimidating.
To such things. Oh, we can deal with that, I'm sure. You go in with our friend Mr. Scythe here. You could be good cop, he can be bad.
Yeah. All right. So he it's like, well, there's a room just off to the side there. We can use that.
Right, yeah. And just before Meridian goes in, I just pull him to the side. Do you see out with your cloak? It occurs to me, my limited knowledge of all of this, that perhaps there'd be nowhere for a soul to go in a place like this that's not part of the natural order of things. And I bet you any money that our other wizard friend who keeps to herself a lot has got ways to have words with the deceased.
I don't follow.
Your cloak does what my monocle did, right? You don't just see invisible things, you see the souls of the dead passing between the plane.
Ah, so the dead soldier's spirit should still be here.
If there's been a murder and this is not the material plane from which we're all from, where's it going?
That's a good point. But I haven't seen anything.
Nothing.
Not a
Keep your
sausage.
eye out. I'm going to go and have a word with our Helena here. Here. Helena. You like a corpse. You like a corpse, don't you?
Yeah.
What can you do when there's no corpse? Can you commune with the departed? Can you force them to come and talk? Say from the remains of that soldier that's smeared all over that wall up there.
I didn't pick that one.
Oh no!
What actual
What do you
remains
need?
were in that cell?
Blood.
Was it just blood, or was there any?
Was there any pieces of?
Sorry, what was that?
What was in the cell?
There's not much left of anybody. What was the occasional chunk or fragment of bone, but there's no big bits, as there was.
That might be enough. You'd need a long sleep for that, would you? Before you could bring that one. Not something you could do with your book over time.
Not yet.
I'm out of ideas then. Go on, intimidate.
Right, okay. Who's well, he just points to someone who's like, you there? Come with me. So they look just like, me? Oh, alright. Leads them into a side room. And,
I'll go in with him.
Okay.
The three of you.
I'll light my shield up and shine it in their eyes.
Right. What's all this about?
All right, no fucking about. I'm just going to grab them by the throat, slam them up against the wall, and just say, right in their face, "Game's up, Clarissa."
What? No. I'm not Chris. You think it's me? Why? What have I said?
Speak!
I've just been stationed there. I just want to go home.
Right, I'm going to drop him. I don't think it's him.
Like you were actually picking up. You weren't at all.
Right.
Do you want me to pick the next one up? Meridian?
No. This is going to take far too long. And I'm not 100% sure that even if we did intimidate her, she'd actually... I think it's going to take a lot more than this.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking...
One at a time.
Hector, come here. And I'm going to pull one of my daggers out from my belt.
Yeah.
I'm going to make an incision on my arm.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to rub the blood all over your knuckles.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I see where this is going.
And then I'm going to say, follow me. And I'm going to turn to Grom and I'm going to say, keep him in here and keep him quiet. Oh, was it Grom? Who was with us?
No,
Hector and Cromwell.
Cromwell, keep him in here, keep him quiet. Right, me and Hector are going to walk out.
What if that is Clarissa and it kills Cromwell and we've killed Cromwell?
Well, that'll be an
we've
interesting
not-
turn
not-
of
we've
Stay
not
with me,
killed
old
Cromwell.
I was planning on leaving him here when we go back anyway, so fuck it. Right, so yeah, so we, me and Hector walk out.
Yeah. And I'll
Um,
be like shaking my fist.
Yeah, shaking your fists with blood all over your knuckles, and I'm going to come out and go, well, that was an interesting conversation. I think we've got the answer we're looking for. Time's up, Clarissa, and I'm going to cast Summon Draconic Spirit, and I'm going to cast it as a chromatic dragon. And I'm going to have it basically walk up to the group, looking very threatening.
So what does
breathing.
it actually summon?
So it summons what is basically a dragon. It's a draconic spirit, so it is a large dragon. I get to choose what family it is, so I'm choosing chromatic. And it has multi-attack. It has rend, breath weapon. It's basically a fucking dragon.
Nice. A very
big,
small dragon.
It's because it's only
As far
large.
as dragons go, it's quite small.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still compared to a person, it's huge.
Yeah, and I'm going to have it start walk towards the group. Breathing fire from its nose, looking fucking threatening. And as this happens, I'm going to eyeball the crowd to see if there is anyone flinching or looking.
Okay. Make an insight check, please.
Ooh, insight is only +1, bollocks.
I'll throw you a flash of genius.
12. What's Flash of Genius?
I don't think you could do a Flash of Genius because he's just a thought that's going around in his head that he's just looking. You don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So it's a 12 +1, so 13.
Okay. Okay. You looking amongst this crowd. You don't see anybody. Everybody's obviously scared. Nobody stands out to you.
No one not scared.
No one's not scared. This
No.
Summoned a beast that's
Is this
charging
insight
down
you're
on
looking for here, by the way? And if so, can I get in on it?
Yeah, by
That's
all
what he's
means.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can do my own.
Wait. There's something I can do here.
All right.
So
Well, I've just
can
rolled an
know-
insight. Go on.
I can know my enemy by spending a minute with each of these creatures and know any of this information compared to my own, but strength score, dex score, con score, AC, current HP, total class level, fighter class level, if any. So if I spend a minute,
You'd have to spend a
with
minute with each
just
person.
each
Alright,
of
so-
these, so I'll just be sort of studying them, looking them up and down,
Yeah.
getting
In
these
my insight-
statistics.
I rolled a 14. I get +4, and I'll throw a inspiration or a genius in there to make that a 22.
Okay. You didn't notice anything either.
Right. Fair enough.
So
I'm going to. Oh, what am I going to do? I don't know. Nothing's working.
Fire.
Well, I'm on the verge of just
Hector's.
fucking
What's Hector wanting to do?
We'll
Dead
just
them for a
find
minute
out
before letting
all
them
that
pass.
information. Each minute that passes, I'll just go on to the next person. But I'll be studying them, trying to get that information.
Do you have to spend? I suppose it's just any
a
amount
minute
of time.
observing. Yeah, just 1 minute observing
Alright.
or interacting with another creature outside of combat. I can learn
Okay.
compared to my own.
Yeah, you go down them. And what each is it? You don't find all that information out. You found a something of that.
You
So
can learn. It just says any of them. It doesn't say. It just says any of those
Yeah.
7
So
things.
which one
Strength-
are you wanting
strength,
to learn
dex,
of these? Of
strength,
each of
dex,
these?
con. Probably
Hit points.
hit points. Yeah.
Okay, and it's comparative to your own, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is yours?
18 for.
Okay. You spend time looking at each one of these, and you think, no, and all these, you like, all seem a lot less than you.
Go back down the line.
Yeah.
This is something. I mean, either they're not here, or
Could
they're in disguise.
I
If they're a
learn?
shapeshifter and they've changed into this, then they are going to have those hit points. Well, they're going to have that constitution. Yeah, Cromwell, can you dispel over a wide area?
Well, I thought we were thinking this wasn't magical.
I'm wondering now whether or not it wasn't magical, but out here it might be. Unless this thing can naturally shift form and feature, maybe it's really not here at all.
Dispel? No.
Yeah, balls. Anyone else? Hector, Thunder would have been dead useful right now.
But what if?
Who? Sorry. Oh, your
What?
tiefling friend. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
What?
He's not here.
What it? He's not.
He's
no,
left.
he's not here.
No, he's
He
not.
couldn't bear to be around you. You wiped out his entire race.
And this was his prison. You know, it wouldn't
Yeah.
have been particularly nice for us to bring him back here. What if she isn't here? What if the blood there was hers, and whatever shape-shifting form she took caused her to bleed? What if she literally shed her old self and she's gone?
Well, I mean, there's only so much space here. There's only one way out.
There's only one way in, one way out.
So her purpose must be to escape. her purpose must be to get out of this realm. For her to be hiding here as one of these, if that's the case, or hiding wherever if not, her main purpose is to escape.
Yeah. Well, you'd think. But no one knows how they got here in the first place anyway. Maybe this is their realm. Maybe this place is built here.
Whatever they are, they knew that the change was coming, and the only way they could survive was to be here when it happened. So they got themselves captured, or convinced someone to lock them here and made everybody forget about it.
Somewhat hypnotic.
And now they're just waiting to get out. And I'm the only one that can take them.
Yeah.
Is this discussion happening on and off to the side where the people can't hear us?
No, I'm saying this. I'm purposely saying this out loud so everybody can hear me.
Yeah.
I want them to hear me. So, if I'm the only person that can get them back to the real world, and I'm not here, then their plan falls apart.
Well, let's leave then, shall we? We should not come back. Sorry, guys.
No, I mean not here permanently.
That's dangerous.
It is. But let's face it, Grom, I've served my purpose. And I'm going to turn and I'm going to run and I'm going to dive into the lava. But, but, as I am just about to hit the lava, I mean, I take it it's a drop into the lava, is it, from where we are?
You're in the initial courtyard where the broken gates are.
Yeah, so I'm trying
off the side
through the
There's
gate.
a small drop off the. Okay.
I'm going to dive into the lava, but just before I hit it, I'm going to polymorph myself into a blue bottle, and I'm going to fly off.
Make yourself a deception check, then, please.
Hang on, I've got to knock off a level 4 for polymorph.
As he runs off, I'm going to be like, Rudian, no! Grab him. But not grab him, but cast guidance as I grab him.
Yeah, just pass.
No, wait!
Rolling deception.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does guidance do?
D4 extra.
A D4 extra?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Right. So that's 25.
Oh.
Okay.
I've got +9 on deception.
Of course you have. You're a fucking sorcerer.
Yeah, naturally. So yeah, you take a running leap, and there's audible gasps from everybody in the crowd. Sorry, excuse me.
Oh, and also as I pretend to hit the lava, the dragon's I'm gonna dispel the dragon.
Smart. Okay.
Nice move.
Yeah. You turn into a fly and off you go.
Fucking waste of a level 5 spell that was, cunt.
We're all watching the crowd.
Everybody's like, so what? We're trapped here. Katya, surely you can't have just left us here. And she turns to you all. It's like, he better bloody well not have.
Like, look, we don't know what this is.
And she storms into the side room where you left Cromwell. And yeah, chucks her out. It's like, you better be able to get us a way out of here. She turns to go back into where this.
I'm going to fly up so I can see everything that's happening. I'm literally going to be a fly on the wall.
Okay, in the main courtyard.
I'm gonna make sure that I am well away from. I don't want to make sure anyone can see me. I just want to make sure that
you're a fly. No one's going to spot you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the heat is intense, and especially the flow of hot air. It's difficult to fly, but you manage it.
Yeah. Find a chandelier to circle. Just can't help myself. I don't know what's come over me.
Over a torch. But yeah. And at which point then Cromwell's out in the room, like, oh, what? Is this true? Surely it's not gone and abandoned us here?
I'm afraid so.
With the keystone as well. If I had the keystone, I might be able to cut us out.
No, he's gone. He's in the lava. He's dead. I think his thought says we can't unleash that Clarissa, and if we can't figure out who it is, then we can't get back. Without him, we can't get back, so I guess we're all just dying here.
What?
Yeah.
Shit.
Ducks. I accepted my fate a long time ago, Cromwell. Probably come to terms with yours.
But no, I mean, surely...
No, we're gonna die here.
We are up. Shit. We are fucked.
Which point then it's like, well, there's no point in them staying in there. Linda's head, you can come on out now. And he sticks his head in, and yeah, they all come back out again. It's like, well, there's nothing left then. What were we just gonna go back to the way we were? What?
Yeah, how
are we gonna get food?
Die. We can. That's the point. We just die.
And there's a lot of different groups of people. You can tell how different they're going to react. They're reacting to this. Some people are starting getting really angry. It's like, you'll have to say to die. Oh no, we were kind of accepting this anyway, but to actually be faced with when you could actually, when we thought we could have a means of escape and then take it away from us, it's just downright cruel.
It's mean, isn't it?
Yes. God damn it! And then people start walking away and going about their own business. Like, what's the point of coming down on all this mess anyway?
Is there anyone who's still, who's just staring?
Make another insight check, please.
Ooh, it's a natural 18 for 22.
Okay. You do notice one person.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the one you had in the side room.
Yeah, the one I didn't see. Don't hear
one that wasn't out when you were doing all the other insight checks or all the other know your enemy checks or anything else. You kept them separate.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Could I spend a minute observing them?
Yep. What stat would you want to know?
Total class level, I think.
Class
but he has to look. Is promising.
Tricky. It's certainly high.
Okay.
It should nudge you. Are you and I thinking the same thing?
I think so, Grom.
Okay. I pull out the wire and I sort of aim it upwards, assuming there is a fly. Not a fly, but it is hidden somewhere.
You have to know the direction.
I'm just going up at the moment. Yeah.
I
think we have a winner.
Do I still keep my cloak of eyeballs if I'm a fly?
Fly, but you've got fly eyes.
Fly eyes. You've got pretty good pretty good observation, of course.
I've got compound eyes. I'm really good at dodging rolled up newspapers, but not very
We
good
are
at...
moving fucking slow to you right now.
Yeah. I mean, how much of what's happening am I getting from my little fly?
Where's
you can tell that Grom and Hector are starting to look a little
where's
uneasy.
Lee? Wait a minute.
Leeturn's just stood around with you, looking confused and not knowing what's.
I'll just grab him and whisper in his ear. Leeton, you have the ability to hold someone in place. I feel like I've seen it done, and
I mean, certainly. Let me just have a look. Yeah, he sort of holding people in place.
hold person.
Hold person. Not that I'm glancing at.
Oh dear.
He's got lots
Shall
of
we
spells.
just do this now? I'm sure he does.
Right. But meanwhile, Hector, please make a charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma.
Yes, please.
It is a
Shit.
15, but if it fails, I can re-roll it.
It failed. Reroll it.
Oh, it's
As I
less.
see Hector looking
It's
confused,
less.
I am gonna with my thunder hammer. That would be amazing. Thunder hammer right now, just what I need. I am because obviously I've got the wire out and I've been whispering up to let the air know what's happening. I'm just gonna swing it round very quickly, as quick as a flash, and fire off a second level catapult at that person.
That's in after all this happened.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing that, then we're going to be hitting.
Yeah. I'm starting it.
Well, technically, she's starting it.
Well, it depends what she's doing.
She you failed your test, and
Yes,
you just
yeah, I failed my.
you hear a voice that just simply says, "Protect me,"
Oh, fuck.
and we'll leave it there for tonight, and we'll catch.
Oh,
this
you...
No, we've
Oh,
got
no.
half an hour.
We haven't even had a wee break.
It's not
No,
gonna be half an
I know.
hour.
It worries me that it's going to be that long a fight.
Well, thank fuck. I thought we were never going to get her to come out of the woodwork.
I really went around in circles there.
Yeah, I had to fucking sacrifice myself.
I forget I have Know Your Enemy. And it's
Yeah.
probably
fucking
the
useful,
one most
that.
important
It's very useful.
time it's ever been useful. It's just
But
like,
in
wait,
true
hang on.
Hector style, it took you an hour to realise that you could do it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this makes perfect sense.
Away.
I'm going to really regret wasting that level 5 slot now, and I
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
thought big dragon coming towards you, you're going to shit your pants. No, a dragon didn't do it, but a fucking blue bottle did.
Yeah, there you go. And to be fair, she wasn't also amongst that crowd that you cast that.
Yeah,
on.
you wasted that dragon.
I know. So the one I actually had by the throat
Yes.
was actually the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Could have snapped you like a twig at any point.
Yeah, I know.
But she needs him.
Shouldn't need him. Yeah.
But
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
And the
we'll find
tank.
out what happens next time.
Oh.
So
That wall.
last-
That wall's here, isn't it? The
before
wall
we-
that saved me last time. That's weird. He were at the same.
that's not that wall.
No.
That's
Is it not that wall? Oh.
You're in the Grommune.
That was in the Grommune.
But
Was it the
before
Grommune?
we close off the stream, I want to say a massive thank you to all who have been keeping up with the Hatheria campaign, and hopefully we'll see you again next time hopefully in a few weeks' time. So we'll find
couple
out
of weeks,
what
fingers crossed.
happens here with this mysterious Clarissa. So catch us next time. Till then, take care.
Take care, guys. See you in a bit.